Hey folks, do you like podcasts?
Do you have hobbies?
Well, here's the show for you.
The Hobby Shop Talk Podcast.
Featuring childhood friends
And Old School Noobs.
Luke and Matt.
Bumping uglies.
That's what we're talking about today. Slang words. Yeah, we'll redo that.
We'll redo this episode.
I think when me and Matt first started the first episode, we recorded like 4 times.
Yeah, because Matt forgot to put the mic on. Just kidding.
He did it one time, yeah.
No,
That was
we
like
did
episode
multiple
3
times.
or something.
Thumping
Thumping.
uglies. I just remember that couldn't be our powder tough volleyball name. Bumping uglies.
Or they didn't.
Couldn't be.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah,
at St.
makes
Cloud or
sense.
what?
And we were like, well, we're ugly and we're playing volleyball. Makes sense.
Yeah.
What league was that through?
It was just a homecoming game.
Yeah, they did
Oh.
like the Powder Puff girls football game, but then they started doing it for volleyball.
Yeah.
People watched that game over the actual girls game.
Mm-hmm. No, we played the volleyball team when I was in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did you
homecoming.
beat 'em?
Sick.
We were down. We should have, but we lost. Just some stupid net violations.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a game to 11, like one game, no warm ups during the pep rally.
Dude, that been sick.
It was. We wore wife beaters. It was pretty embarrassing looking back on it.
Almost as bad as diapers.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Who wore
Didn't
diapers?
you go on stage in diapers for
No.
lip syncing?
That was the year after me. That was
Oh,
everyone
okay.
else. That was the year before we did Kung Fu fighting, I think.
Oh,
or no,
okay.
bicycle maybe.
Yeah.
No, it was
Oh,
Kung Fu
okay.
fighting. Me and Sager and who else was with?
Is that a slur?
Sager.
He lives up in in West New York, I think, by Bill's country.
Oh, nice.
But anyways,
Bill's country is everywhere.
that's true. So yeah, where we're going with that lip sync
Yeah.
contest
The
in high
embarrassing
school.
thing you did in high school.
But no, I didn't wear a diaper.
That was the next year.
I think I
Kinda
did
wish
smash
you
a
did.
guitar over Nick's back though. That's pretty fun. Because I think we were supposed to break it beforehand and then like kind of put it back together, but we didn't. I just hit him. I don't remember if it broke or not, but that was way back in the early 2000s.
Shit's whack.
It sure is. So what are we talking about today?
Villains. Top 5 villains. Marvel and DC.
We'll do them separate because when we tried to
Yeah.
record this the first time, we
Just kept
mixed
naming them
everyone.
off.
There was like
Even Vader
Mr.
got
Burns
in.
was in there, I think.
Yeah.
Vader was in there. Although Vader's technically part of Marvel now, right? Does that count? No.
Disney. We can go Disney villains of all time. Just kidding.
No.
Voldemort.
The Last of Us episodes 2 through 7 recap now.
No,
A
but
lot of stuff happens.
We have a 70-second timer on that one, so.
Yeah, I like in my head I can do it fast, but then you bring up some stupid ass comment. I'm like, okay, am I gonna
The
Explicit,
Mandalorian season 3 came out.
sorry. Oh, I haven't watched it yet.
Me and Tyler did, right?
Yep.
Right, Tyler?
I'm here.
Roll call.
And then,
Bueller.
I watched the new Ant-Man too, so I can.
Oh, nice.
Unless you guys don't want me to, but.
You can
Nah, I'm
ruin it
good.
for me.
I haven't watched the second one. I think I watched part of the first one. No, I never got into
I
Ant-Man
watched
or
the first one, which wasn't bad. The second one, not a fan.
I don't remember not
Maybe it
hating
was
the
the- yeah.
second one, but.
The Wasp, I don't know.
Didn't they get mad at the woman's armor?
I don't know.
Do you remember that?
Because she was the Wasp.
Yeah. But she had like armor boobs or something and they were mad. I don't remember what the uproar was, but it was something.
Those the old double D's.
Kelsey
That's how they
Kids.
draw 'em. That's how they draw 'em.
Oh.
And we're done.
And that was episode 33, 6 minutes in.
Oh,
Did you,
What
guys
are we
get,
starting
I'm
with?
glad.
did you get coffee, AJ?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You got yours?
I didn't get
You're
mine.
drinking crystal clear Pepsi? You guys remember that? No.
I'm too young. But I am a 90s kid.
Yeah. Was that 2 episodes ago or is that the one that got cut out?
No, it's with Matt because AJ wasn't here.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept saying it.
It's me and Matt were bragging we were old. We're almost 40. Sucker. You're only 23 or whatever.
So much bumped it. So much
I
life.
didn't hear. See, I didn't hear it. That thing works.
Does it?
Yeah. Try it. Oh, no, that one didn't work.
Just gonna make this work.
So are we jumping into the villains then?
Go for it.
Should we start with the villains?
Yeah.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel, because I only have 2 for DC right now, and the only ones I can think of are Batman villains.
That's all my list is pretty much. No, it actually is all Batman. So
It's got some good villains.
And
So
then
starting with DC.
He does, yeah. No, start with Marvel. I only
Marvel,
have 2
all
for
right.
DC right now. I'm trying to think of DC superheroes, and I can only think of Batman and Superman.
Green Lantern.
Oh, so Red Lantern.
Deathstroke, although he's kind of a bad guy
Isn't
too.
he good? Isn't he good sometimes?
That was the one good part about the last episode. Is the thin line between good and evil.
No, Martian
Magneto.
Manhunter. Who's his main villain?
I thought he was a bad guy.
Uranus Manhunter. Should have just said
He's hunting
Uranus
my-
Hunter. Oh, what are
The
what's-
Shadow. Who's the dark girl? Like the Moon Knight Shyamalan or something?
The dark
Moon Girl?
What is her name?
Who?
The blue and black girl.
Raven.
Yeah, Raven.
She's good.
Yeah,
She's in-
I know, but they
Titans.
fight her dad on one
yeah.
of the cartoons that I watched with the
I
kids.
don't remember his name.
So that must be a
He's
villain.
like a demon though.
Yeah, and then what's like the
The Rock.
race that shape shifts? No, am I thinking of Marvel?
Yeah, you're thinking of
Well, what
The
are
Thor people.
the Skrulls.
Skrull?
Or the
Skrulls with the
Skrulls
U.
or the other ones. I can't remember.
Which, by the way, did you guys see what Mom brought?
all those cards?
All the old cards, and I looked through them. There's some sweet cards.
Yeah, so never mind.
No, they're not. They're here. No one claimed them. I said, if there's any extra cards, bring them here.
Nice.
But I
What
looked through
kind
the
of-
hockey
I
ones.
only got-
cards.
I only got cards so I could draw goalies. It's literally the only reason.
Oh, I bet I have some in there.
Oh, I
Oh,
easily do.
there's a ton in here, but towards the back,
There's an Alex Ovechkin.
there's
rookie
some.
card.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's a
I just remember
$10 Crosby, $15 Paul
Those are
Stastny.
mine.
Are they?
Maybe.
Vincent Lecavalier. Yeah, it was fun looking through them. So, anyways,
I have my
cards.
Marvel or
I have
DC?
all my cards I like, and I still have them.
Oh,
Like AJ's No More Garcia Parra one,
son of a gun.
and then I have my Nick Punto plaque with them.
Oh,
Do you remember the
nice.
Nick Punto plaque?
No,
Why did he get a plaque?
I don't know
he's
what
the
it was.
greatest utility
yeah.
player to ever
And
play.
you guys-
Did he
Still
end
hit
up winning
220?
a World Series?
No, I think you're thinking of Pat Neshek,
No, didn't he
No.
win one with Boston?
maybe, or the Dodgers.
Or the Dodgers, yeah.
That was Doug
anyways.
Mankiewicz.
Oh yeah, and then he
Mankiewicz.
kept the
And
ball.
then he's like, I'm going to keep this ball. It's not relevant in any way.
After they came down from 3-1, right?
Yeah. And that was
but because
Came
it was
back.
the first year at Target Field, and they had like plaques of Mauer, Morneau. Who else was like a Kubo?
Liriano.
Kadir?
Yeah, a couple of the bigger names, and then there's a Nick Punto one. And I don't remember if it was you or brother Phil with me. And you're like, who do you want? I was like, Nick Punto. And, why would you want him?
Sounds like something I would say.
Nick Punto is the best.
I don't think Phil would bash Nick Punto
He actually
just because
would.
he's so solid defensively.
He actually, man, the Twins used to be fun. It's weird to think about.
Or were they called the
Interesting
Piranhas?
Luis Rivas. Huh?
Yeah.
Who called them the Piranhas? The White
Oh,
Sox
yeah.
coach.
Ozzie Guillen.
Yeah.
I love it. I love Ozzie Guillen.
Who ended up winning a
Rants.
championship around like
06.
With
yeah.
AJ Pierzynski, right?
Yep.
Anthony John Pierzynski.
Is that what? That's why.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
Mom was a big fan of AJ Pierzynski, huh?
Man, I was watching like random highlights of game 163 when they played the Tigers at home. It was a sweet game.
I think Corey was there.
Classic.
What year was that? Like 05, 6?
It was the last year. It was one of the last year in domes, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Is that the one that
Is
we
that
ended
the
up
chop?
winning?
Yeah,
The guy
Is that
with
where-
chopper over the middle to get the scoring run or something?
Dan Gladden
Casilla
scored.
like hits a single,
Yeah.
and then Gomez scores.
Oh, what was his name?
Carlos
Carlos. I was gonna say Scott.
Scott Gomez, legend. Devils.
Who was the one that hit a ton of triples?
Denard Span.
No, wait, no, before that.
Ben Revere.
No, it was no before that.
Torrey Hunter.
Carlos Gomez.
Might be Carlos Go. No,
Yeah, Go-Go.
Like we got him in the Santana trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't put it all together.
Man, Johan was fun to watch when we had him and Liriano.
17 strikeouts.
When
Could've went
baseball
one
used
more
to be
inning.
cool.
He was never the same after he threw 150 pitches one time.
That's why there's a
He
pitch
had a
count.
no-hitter?
Did Bert Bly live and make fun of him?
No, he shaved his head once for some reason.
Johan did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because...
Was it the strike, or was it a no hitter, or a shutout or something? Wait, did he throw a no for the?
Liriano did, but I don't remember the last Twin to throw a no hitter.
Probably Liriano,
Probably Liriano.
Carlos
like,
Pavano, maybe.
Can we do a team one?
that doesn't count.
Carl Pavano.
Oh yeah.
What did you call him?
Carlos Pavano,
He was good for a while.
Scott Baker, Nick Blackburn.
Who's the one that
Kyle
went to
Gibson.
Tampa Bay and won a championship?
Matt Garza.
Yeah.
Why do I have such good Twins knowledge?
We got
Why do the
Matt-
Twins
No.
any good Twin leaves? Like it seems like they win a series or a
Uh,
championship the next year.
That's never happened.
Kadire? Didn't he want one with the Rockies?
The
He never
Rockies
left.
didn't win.
Oh, they
He did
made it?
leave.
Yeah, he did.
Come on, Kadire.
He was probably my favorite.
But full ad is a...
Mine was actually Al Newman. It's a
Like
throwback.
as a manager or a
That's
player?
That's a throwback to
You're a 90s kid, so you remember.
our episode on this.
Back in
We're talking
91.
about
base coach.
Well, we got to re-talk about this stuff because
Yeah,
Oh, we also played God ranked till 4 a.m.
yeah, I
That's a
have
good
that
one.
written down.
Nice.
oh, was that after hockey last
Yeah,
week?
Yeah.
ranked Call of
Last
Duty,
Saturday,
the
Sunday.
sweatiest, most cesspool.
You were part of it. No, the other two were.
I just found out our
That's
art director like plays every night.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't ask him how good he was, but
You have to get
he's
it
like,
now.
I put years of my life, because he's probably my age. He's probably a little older, maybe. I don't remember, but he's like, I put years of my life into that game.
Yeah. It's
Like, that's awesome.
It gets you.
Yeah, we played forever, and we went on a good running.
Because did you guys start at what, 11? 10, 11?
11:30 or 11. Yeah.
We went on a good run too, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't, like, it was too hard to go to bed, and then I just sat in bed for an hour pretty much, and then I woke up at freaking 7.
So you got 2 hours of sleep?
Yeah. Went home, and then I was gonna nap, but then I had to clean
Oh, that's
off
what
our
mom
roof.
said. Because mom was home.
Yeah,
Or
because we
back
had an
home.
ice dam, so I had to shovel snow off our roof, and then I got like a 20-minute nap in. And we went and played the consolation championship.
And we won.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, on the Instagram post, if you guys follow the Mud Lake Decoys,
I do.
Tyler had or who posts the posts? Is that-
I posted that one.
so you realize we weren't down 0-3. We were down 2-1 because I scored the first goal.
We were down 3-1 at one point.
Oh, yeah, but we scored first. I scored the first
Yeah.
goal of the game. You
Oh.
you said
cutting
we were
across,
down
and then he
0-3.
just
We scored
Yeah,
the
it was
all the way
first
over.
goal. I swear we're down 3-0.
No.
No, I was cutting across.
Way cooler story though. If we were down 3-0,
Yeah.
That's
then
true.
we all scored.
I know that was out. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. Got a goal.
Yeah, Tyler, your snipe was like that's Danny Heatley angle right there, and it just like it didn't even make a sound, so it must have just went in perfect.
No one was.
I don't know what to do.
No one was getting open. And it just
I tried that same shot, but on the other side, and I clanked the post. But
yeah, I remember.
he had quite a good covered, pretty good. But Yeah,
I
my-
got one off the pipe.
well, then you scored on one of my shots, right? My rebound, or
I
you
can't
got the
remember if you
rebound?
passed it.
Yeah, I thought it was
I thought
a
you
pass.
passed or you shot, but it came to me. Either way.
No,
yeah.
I shot, and it was a rebound
Yeah.
because that's how Nate got his goal. I shot it,
Oh, yeah.
and then he got the rebound. So I was waiting for player of the game, but I guess Calder can have it.
Yeah. You were freaking fine. It's way more fun playing forward.
Yeah.
I couldn't even like turn around anymore. Skating backwards. It was weird.
Yeah, you guys were a fun line.
That was pretty sweet. Anyways, back to Call of Duty. Let's talk about that, and then we'll go into villains. Or is that all you guys had to say?
No, it's just 4v4.
So is that you can only have 4 people, right?
Yep.
And then you play other group. Is it like ESHAL or whatever on NHL?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so it's 4 versus 4, and there's only 3 modes: search and destroy, control,
Hard point.
hard point.
And what were you guys playing?
It's
Yeah,
just
it just
randomly. You
rotates
don't
them.
get to choose.
Oh,
So they complained about getting control. I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah, I just don't like it as much as the other two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hard point's probably the best.
It is. It's the funnest.
But yeah, there's some good players out there where you just can't believe that they're that good.
And we're in the lowest rank.
Yeah. That's true. And that I was like, I don't usually call out people cheating, but that night I did once because I was just getting irate.
I've seen clips of just that, a lot of cheating and competitive. But
How do you cheat in it?
just get like aimbot or whatever. Just makes it so when you just shoot the guys, like
Yeah.
you just aim in and it's like on a guy pretty much. Just like it zips to them. But
There was one guy I swear did that because you could not get a crosshair on him. But it's so gratifying killing them.
yeah.
In real life when you put a pipe bomb in their house.
But yeah, we went on like a couple like 3 and 4 game win streaks.
Yeah, we went. I got.
We were a weirdly good squad. Me, Nate, and Drew, and AJ.
Yeah,
You sound like an
I
actor.
did. Yeah, it's because like I thought,
AJ was.
I was like, I said me, and I thought that included you.
Yeah,
But
I was the caboose for sure though.
no, not that one time when we were playing Control and you captured B all by yourself after
Yeah.
like sweeping their team.
There's a couple times where you just get in a zone and it's like no one's gonna get you. It's so
It's
awesome.
fun. Yeah, we were all good with like call outs and stuff. I felt like a
Yeah,
nerd.
good shouts. Yeah,
I felt like a nerd actually.
the best though was when we'd lose and Drew just yelling.
Yeah, I heard he
We
was.
just lost. We're already having a hard time. Just leave us alone. And I'm on Xbox and they're on PS4, so they can party chat like
Oh,
the other
yeah.
people.
No, you can hear them, but
Oh, I just have to go to party chat.
yeah,
Oh man,
you just gotta turn it off.
Come on,
see, I didn't
noob.
know that.
Old
Because I
school
would have
noob
joined
right
in, but
there.
it's way more fun just listening to your guys' responses and then not knowing what they said at all.
Well, you guys, I stopped after like 2 games.
You did, but
Maybe
then,
3.
then at the end, sorry about my teammates, guys.
That's what AJ was saying.
No, me.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but he was
no.
saying that you were apologizing for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Oh, like in the
I'd
game
do it again.
when I was yelling at the
You
player
gotta
that
do it on like a
slashed.
Saturday though, and just all go to your house or something.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Is the internet good enough to have 4 set
Should
up?
be.
That'd be sick. There was like one weekend when like GTA 5 was just coming out, and me, Chris, Corey, Harrison, I think Jeremy made it, and then Harrison's girlfriend at the time all had a TV set up playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for like 3 days straight.
At where? At whose place?
Harrison's.
Yeah,
we
that
lived
sounds
in,
fun.
Yeah. It was awesome.
I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in a while. Me and Harrison used
6
to
is
rock
coming out.
that for.
No, it's not. 6 is never coming out.
Really?
They haven't even announced it yet.
It's just leaked.
Allegedly.
Okay.
It's never coming out.
That's what I've heard. Like it's coming out, but then
They're gonna,
it's like when? It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Don't talk to us.
You're on a need to know basis.
Yeah, so that was a good time. So yeah.
Invite me
We should
next
just be
time.
done.
We'll see how bad I am.
You don't
Just
have
kidding.
PlayStation Plus, but you do have one
That's
of my
true.
accounts that has it, so you can play with us.
Couple of guys.
Couple of guys.
Oh
and
yeah, nice.
unusual
You have to
spray.
just buy it for $70. No, 60 because you got PS4.
Yeah, it's fun. And then if we have 5, we can just play public lobbies and not competitive.
Yeah, go
It'll still
Ground
be-
War and
Still be the same.
they
No,
still
like,
have Hardpoint, don't they?
yeah, like 5v5 hardpoint. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
really?
Or it might be 6, but still, it's better.
Yeah,
I started playing Ground War with Drew a little bit. He likes it.
I think it's like sometimes it gets annoying when they're just constantly killing you with tanks and stuff. But
Yeah.
usually there's pretty good specialists that tend to take them out or get in a different vehicle to take them out. And
Yeah.
I usually stay on the ground or.
If anyone hasn't noticed, my opinion on Call of Duty has changed since the first time. I
Oh
played
yeah,
it.
absolutely. I texted you like I don't want to play that, so we played Rocket League or something instead.
Dude, Rocket League's way better still.
No,
I
it's not.
still love Rocket.
This is on the same night you guys did the.
No,
Oh,
no, because I bought it and I was all pumped because he played the beta with Nate, and I was like, oh, then I'll just get it because he'll play. And then I was like, you want to play COD? But then we played Warzone,
Dude,
which is the
Warzone's kind of
worst.
fun.
No,
It can be.
well, when you drop in and then there's no one around, I lose interest quick, just
Well,
like Fortnite.
There's like 150 people. One time, me and Nate played, and we played for like a 20-minute like match, and there's still 40 people left.
Really?
It's
Jeez.
nuts.
I was told that there's like a smaller version now.
Yeah,
called,
Rebirth,
yeah.
Resurgence or something.
Resurgence, where if one guy's alive, the teammates can
Yeah,
spawn
that mode's
until the
fun.
very end.
That was in the first Modern Warfare.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
It's all right.
It's developed by
Ubisoft.
BioWare,
Activision,
Activision.
or Sledgehammer, one of the two.
Actisoft. They got bought out.
Neversoft, Tony Hawk. But yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's like when you have a group of people, like you're not playing with just random.
Yeah, I haven't played.
Just like Fortnite, like when you're with other people, it's a lot more fun. And
yeah,
Apex for sure.
I don't play by myself very much, but
When I do,
no, I don't.
I'm alone.
so long.
I play with Drew quite a bit though.
And you guys only play Call of Duty or play other games?
Sometimes we play PUBG, but
I've never tried that.
Does that have a bigger
I'm
following?
a big old
What?
disgust.
PUBG?
PUBG was like the original, right?
no, I don't say it has a big following.
Isn't
that was
that
like-
like competitive though? Like, don't they have like teams?
Yeah, they do, but so do other games.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's like the original survival or what
Battle Royale.
Yeah,
But yeah, and in comp they block guns, so that's kind of cool.
yeah.
Like the cheat guns. I don't know.
Where they know like the setup to try and
Yeah.
get, like, especially when they get all those submachine guns. Those seem to be the ones that get
Mhm.
freaking just way too crazy.
Yeah, but so I've had to use
Yeah.
like different guns that I don't use. It's pretty fun.
I use like the
Craft
first one,
Top.
tack or something.
Oh, attack, that's a good one.
And then I tried sniping a couple times, but it's one shot, one kill almost all the time.
I don't know. I have a sniper in my hands.
Huh? All you did was snipe one time. Like, I'm gonna sit in this hallway. And they just kept running, and you just kept sniping
Dude,
them
control
over and over.
control on that map is the best as
Yeah.
a sniper.
See, you like it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I do. I had fun. I went to stay up till 4 a.m. if I wasn't having fun. Dude, I beat what's their name? Who was I playing last week? Dort BVB. What's their name?
Brooklyn Beatboxers.
No, BVB in the Bundesliga.
Oh, Bortman.
Borussia Dortmund or something.
Yeah,
I beat him in the cup this year.
nice.
So happy. You ever change your players' positions, like your youth, especially your youth academy? Some of them have gnarly. They'll jump a ton if you change your position.
Oh, really?
Like I had a 67 striker or 63. Switched him to right man. He went up to 74.
Okay, I'll have to look into.
Yeah, and it kind of like you can kind of tell by like how long it takes them to change positions, how good they'll be at it. Kind of.
Oh, so there's like if you want them to switch positions, there's like a weekly timeline.
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah, and the training development.
Wish you
plan.
could do that in NHL.
Yeah, no.
Nope, this guy's only a right
Yep.
wing.
You have an offensive defenseman who's terrible at defense. Can I just make him a forward?
Yeah.
No.
Kalen Addison. Do you have the Wild game? Can we put it? Oh, it's not until 9.
Yeah, it's on at 9, so
Yeah.
it smells like a hockey bag down here once I leave and come back down.
Sorry,
That's
that's my
like the
sock.
best smell in the world.
It is pretty good. It's
All
like
right.
the old wrestling rooms. It smells like
okay,
a
that's-
hockey bag.
Yeah. All you say wrestling, I hate it.
I've been watching Royal Rumbles. Watched 93 and 91. They're pretty good.
1993.
1993 and
I
1991.
was there. I was a 90s kid.
Who were the main attractions?
Shawn Michaels.
Hogan won the 93. I'm still in the middle of
Spoilies.
91. I know. Trying to think of what else. I don't know. We're not going to talk about it, so I didn't plan for this.
Okay, are we doing our villains now since we teased that an hour ago?
Yep.
All right, Luke, you go first with Marvel.
I got to find my phone. All right, Marvel villains.
5 to 1 or 1 to 5?
Oh, I didn't order mine.
Oh,
We'll do 5 to 1.
okay.
And I will start with. Hold on, I got to look at a IGN post. Hey, they have the Sentinels in here. That's a good one.
It is.
So I'm going to start off with the Sentinels just because
That was like the first X-Men episode, right? Where they're with
Jubilee and
Morph
Jubilee,
and Jubilee. Yep. Yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, and then they're just trying
Which
to-
weren't they're redoing that, right?
Sentinels were to
They're-
kill
yeah,
mutants.
they're
right?
going on.
No, they're
Continuing it.
Yeah, but yeah, they're gonna. I thought that was that 2023 or 2024. Me and Matt talked about it in one of our podcasts.
I don't know,
so,
but that's gonna be awesome,
yeah,
and it's gonna have the same theme. It's the greatest.
that's how we got the riff for our
pretty
the
much,
intro of
yeah.
this. Like, make it like that,
Yeah,
and then AJ put something together. It was pretty sweet. No, we got to update
You
it though
helped.
too.
We should, yeah. It was fun. And anyone else that has a podcast that wants us to take like 6 months to make something, let us know.
Yeah. Nemo Productions.
All right.
Number 4.
Who did you pick? Sentinels. Just 'cause
Sentinels,
it's
yeah.
classic.
They're classic, yeah. I'll probably have a lot of X-Men villains.
That's what I found out with DC. It's all Batman.
But for number 4, we'll go with Thanos, mostly because of his recent resurgence. And he was next on the list here. I'm just kidding.
And next, let me see. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, I would have known nothing about Thanos without the movie, though. But I don't have a lot of history with the comics.
The actual comic books, yeah.
But then someone I work with, like, knows like everything about everyone. He's like, oh yeah, Reed Richards' son Franklin is like the strongest mutant there ever was. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And he can go on and on. I'm like, okay, so
it's like
having
Professor
a backstory
X's
is pretty cool.
son. Professor X's son is. Didn't they make a show about
Shadowheart.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
Who did they make a show about? The really smart guy, mind reader. It didn't last that long, but I'm pretty
Mindhunter. Oh, Psych.
Quad Hunter.
All right. So yeah, number 4. Who did I say? Thanos. Yeah. His
He's
recent
on mine.
resurgence. Number 3, Doctor Doom.
He's also on mine.
He was honestly just one of the coolest villains when I was younger, because I was a big Iron Man fan when I was really young.
Oh yeah.
Then when I matured, that's when I started to like Wolverine more.
And Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Iron Man. Like, think of Fantastic Four. Does Doom fight Iron Man a lot?
Sometimes.
He might, yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I had the 2 action figures, and Iron Man fought Doctor Doom. So
Okay, yeah. So you made your
in
own.
my mind.
But we'll talk about Wastelanders, but Doctor Doom talks in the third person so much in it. It's just like
In Wastelanders?
Yeah.
I haven't got no, you just spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Slater.
Yeah.
But they're saying I don't remember who brought it up, but they're like, is Doctor Doom still alive? So anyways.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about Wastelanders later.
Podcast.
Number 2, well, Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Classic. She's like the most powerful
Aren't they
mutant.
good though?
She's good sometimes. If she's Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And then number 1, we got to go with Magneto.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
But isn't he kind of good? Just kidding.
Good sometimes.
Sometimes he is.
I have Doctor Doom and Thanos on there, but the most recent one, Kang.
Oh, I haven't seen.
But there's
it
a super. He has I don't know how many iterations of himself, which is weird. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm excited to learn more.
So he's number 5.
Yeah, and he was at the end of Loki. Remember that?
Mhm.
What? I don't remember that part.
He's the black guy at the end. He's one of
he was race into this. Just kidding.
He's one of the Kang iterations, but apparently there's a whole bunch of them.
Kind of like the Green Lantern, or it's all the same person.
It's all the same person.
Same person, but different.
Timelines.
Yeah.
Dimensions or whatever.
Green Goblin. It's just classic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then because of Wastelanders, Shadow
Right.
King.
Oh.
And I had never heard of this guy.
Shadow King?
Yeah.
From the
But he can get into your mind if you have any evil in it.
He's in one of the X-Men games.
And then
X-Men Legends.
Is he?
Okay.
Yep.
See, you remember that. I don't. I just remember smashing people.
Sounds gay.
No, we were bumping uglies. But yeah, so if there's any like evil in your mind, he can get in there and then control it. And
Shadow King, you said his name?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, this guy's got to be like the most powerful guy, but he can only inhabit people. He's not like a being in his own right. He has to take over someone.
He's
Oh.
like
in order
the
to-
hardest boss fight in the first X-Men Legends.
Is he like
Because you fight him as Professor X only. Because
In
you
your
go
mind?
you go to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, it's
is it like the 2
Struggle.
guys just sitting here and here, like 2 feet apart, and then like staring at each other? No sound
Bend
effects.
to
No,
my will.
no, yeah. But I just remember that.
But yeah, so he comes up in one of the Wastelanders. I'm like, oh my, this guy's kick ass. And that's my 5 because Zuka had Thanos and Doctor Doom.
So
Nice.
it's Thanos is 2, Doom is 1.
Oh no, I didn't go in order.
Well, let's go in order.
Okay, King is probably 5 just because I just learned of him.
Sounds like you just learned of your whole list.
Shadow King.
Because I just learned of him.
No, I'd say Green Goblin's 1, Doctor Doom's 2, and Thanos 3, Shadow King 4, King 5. And there's so many people I can think of right now that I'm like,
I know
do I
Sabretooth
add
was
him?
an honorable mention.
Oh,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, I did honorable mentions, and I got the Mandarin, Pyro,
Hey, I had the Mandarin in there at 5 with the
Sabretooth,
question mark.
Juggernaut,
Pyro
Doc
was a
Ock,
good one.
Mephisto, and Arcade.
These are
Mephisto,
all.
who is that from?
He's
Apoc-
Iron Man, right?
Apocalypse would also be, unless you
Oh,
have
yeah.
him.
I was
I
gonna
do.
put Apocalypse in mine. He
Yeah.
was
Yep.
Until the
honorable
movie
mention.
came out and they absolutely butchered him, but
Oscar
whatever.
Isaac. But who are you asking? Mephisto? He's like
Yeah.
Satan, pretty much.
But
the
he's
devil.
in Iron Man, right?
Wait, which one is Lucifer? Is he a Marvel or DC character? You ever seen the TV show Lucifer?
Oh, it's
That's
based,
based
on
off a
book.
comic. I don't know. I think it's DC. but
Must
I'm
be
not
DC.
Sure.
I don't know. Yankees actually reviewed that a few times on the
Mhm.
podcast.
Yeah, apparently it's
I never
good.
watched it.
Yeah,
But
Because someone
Arcade's
told
only
me I
on
have to
there
watch it.
because of his level in Ultimate Alliance.
Who?
Arcade.
Oh, okay.
Then at 5, I have Apocalypse. And then 4 is Magneto. 3 is Kang. 2 is Mysterio.
Oh, that's a good one.
And 1 is Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Because,
You're
yeah.
Spider-Man.
yeah. I had a whole Spider-Man list. I'd like
Oh, yeah,
Kraven.
easily could.
Yeah. I think he is the best.
I mean, you could
Craven's
do.
got to be an honorable mention
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he's
Like,
awesome in Wastelanders.
having his own TV
Scorpion.
show.
Scorpion's good.
The
Oh,
deer
yeah,
on a spear.
Scorpion. Lizard
Electro.
Doctor.
Shocker.
What's
Yeah.
the Doctor Lizard? Doctor Connor.
Kurt Connors, the Lizard.
Who has better villains, Wolverine or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
You gotta think about Wolverines though. He's got
Can-
Omega Red, Cyber.
No, Omega Red's a Colossus. I don't know.
No, that's a Wolverine one, but Cyber,
I would
Sabretooth.
say it's between Spider-Man and
And
Batman.
Batman.
No,
That's
Yeah.
what I was going with.
I mean,
then I was
yeah.
going to say Batman's are better because in most of Spider-Mans you can feel sorry for. Like Doc Ock tries to get his,
Sandman.
Doc Ock tries to get his arm back and then he turns into a lizard. Sandman just wants to get money for his daughter or something.
Yeah.
There's not a ton that are just like terribly evil.
Yeah, Dr. Connor's trying to get his arm back.
Doc Ock has his inhibitor chip turn him gay or whatever.
That's
And then
not
they-
bad.
that's the cause.
And then they tell him to rob banks. And I'm trying to think of another one. Like Scorpion gets trapped in his suit.
what about Shocker?
Electro was just
Shocker is just a loser who wants to, I don't know, punk. Electro just gets in
he
an
got
accident.
caught in an accident, right? And then
Yeah.
he's pissed because no one ever treated him right.
Yeah. Depends if you're talking
Well,
about
depends
Jamie
about the movie.
Jamie Foxx or
Yeah.
not. And then I'm trying to think of
Batman, though. Anyways, let's just go to DC and then we can have this. But I mean, it's a good conversation because I would say it'd be Batman versus Spider-Man compared to Wolverine. Because Wolverine's X-Men. Like, I can only think of Sabretooth being his one true
No, Omega
Enemy.
Red. I mean, Omega Red is 2. I would say Cyber is 2.
I don't know who it is.
Deadpool in the one movie.
He's
Deadpool
like
with his-
Cyclops and
Yeah.
with his mouth shut.
Deadpool. Yeah, it's like the merc with the mouth, and then he just sew his mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's fucking shit. Just kidding. I didn't think the movie would be good. Deadpool, and it obviously was.
Which one? 1, 2? Is
Just
3
one.
coming out?
I still
right?
have not seen the second
I haven't
one.
seen the second one either.
I
Or which one has Colossus and the
second
Atomic
one.
Girl?
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
I have seen the
Negasonic.
second one.
Maybe it's the first one though. Sorry.
I think it's the first one because
Yeah.
that's the people they wanted in there because Colossus is one of the coolest X-Men characters, but then they don't. Obviously,
He's
have-
in like X3, I think, for a little bit. Like, and then
Oh,
they just like, you have to stay here to protect the house
Yeah.
instead of like going with the rest of them.
So it's like Ultimate Alliance when Cyclops comes in, but he's like, I'm not going to actually fight
Yeah.
with you guys. Is it Cyclops every time?
Yeah. They never
That's because
use
Cyclops is a nerd and like he's
No.
not that cool of a.
Cyclops is way cooler
Granted, he's
Then
cool, but
than Wolverine.
no, he's
No,
not.
no.
No.
No. Wolverine has one of the coolest backstories.
Cyclops is always my favorite, probably.
Was he?
He'll
Or
never be as
Nightcrawler.
good as
I
Gambit.
thought Gambit was.
No,
That's
that's
mine.
That's you.
That's Channing Tatum's,
Oh yeah.
which is why he'll never watch.
He
another Superman.
sued someone for not being able to make that movie. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it was
No.
us. Just kidding.
No, he
Call
sued
for
someone
lawyers.
like for the trauma of not being able to play Gambit.
I
You'll have to look it up.
I
I
think
heard
we
this
made
at
fun
work
of him on this.
from the guy at work because they know just like everything. Fun to hear them talk about it because
Still mad. My wife watched Magic Mike 1, 2, and 3.
while we were in bed together. Just kidding.
No, I wasn't there. That's why I was mad.
Anyways, yeah, Cyclops and Nightcrawler are always my favorites. But
Nightcrawler, he was freaking awesome in X2. That
when he
opening
steals
scene,
the president.
in the
whatever.
White House. Oh, we're gonna get flagged.
We've talked
Yeah.
about this,
Oh,
but it's in our X-Men draft episode.
was it?
Everything you guys just said.
All right, I'll
We
just,
like talk. It just
yeah, I'll
we don't need
insert
a
that.
historian.
I'll put that recording into this episode so people remember.
All right,
Huge.
go to DC since you have so many. Or did you already name yours?
No, I didn't. But honorable mentions: Riddler, Deadshot, and Apocalypse and Darkseid. Then
Apocalypse.
at 5, I have Mr. Freeze, 4 Scarecrow, 3 Deathstroke, 2 Two-Face, 1 Joker.
Yeah, so all Batman
Yeah.
because you don't know any other ones.
No.
The only one I would have like Lex Luthor
Yeah, that's a good one.
and whoever the main Red Lantern guy is against Green Lantern. But I don't know DC that well, so
Me neither.
what do you got? I mean, Batman
Coming up
fights
with it right
Superman.
now.
So who's the bad guy?
Superman 'cause he's an illegal alien.
All right,
Um,
number 5 will go Bane.
Oh, yep.
Loki, honorable mention. Is he a bad guy still?
Hard to say.
I would say he's a bad guy.
Oh.
Number
For Marvel,
4,
obviously.
Two-Face. I always thought he's got a cool story too, like kind of like. So how did he get his? He fell into a vat of like
No, he got
acid.
In the movie, he's in a
explosion.
yeah.
Mm.
But I think in the comics, he gets acid thrown on him in court. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I just watched a movie on it.
Batman Arkham Knight. It's just the greatest series of games. Anyways,
Number 3, we'll go Darkseid. Number 2, Doomsday. Number 1, Joker.
yeah.
Oh, wait. Is Apocalypse a bad man?
Yes,
Darkseid rules Apocalypse, it says. That is...
they're different companies.
No, but there's an Apocalypse and... Oh, Apocalypse is the planet. Damn it. But yeah, Darkseid, not Apocalypse in my honorable mentions. Or number 5, whatever I had him at. But, Reverse Flash, honorable mention. There we go.
Reverse Flash.
That's a non-Batman one,
Nice.
for once.
Let me type in the Google machine. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know DC well enough. But I watched a lot of Smallville, so I should know some characters. But it's all just Lex Luthor.
Yeah, and there's not really like a...
They have bad guys. coming
Oh, they
out.
got General Zod.
Yeah.
And
That's a good one.
Darkseid. I think that's it. Yeah, General Zod is a good one.
I thought General Zod was a Flash Gordon villain.
I don't get
Who's
it.
the bad guy in Flash Gordon?
Who's Flash Gordon?
I don't know. He's like a 70s.
I'm thinking of Flash Thompson.
Black Adam was a bad guy.
Yeah, he kind of is.
I didn't watch the movie, but
Me neither.
Yeah, I saw him on a list and I was like, is he a bad guy? I don't know. I don't know anything about him. So,
Sometimes he is, I feel like.
oh, we got some visitors.
Black Manta is the bad guy for Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I got to look at DC some more, but
Yeah, when I saw some of the names, I recognized none, really.
like,
that
who's
were
the Red
outside of-
Hood? Is that like
That's
Joker?
Jason Todd.
Was that Joker before he became?
What,
the Joker?
Jason Todd is the
It's
Red Hood?
Jason Todd.
The first Robin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was Dick Grayson
Oh.
the first one?
Yeah, because then he goes to Nightwing.
Yeah.
And then Jason Todd comes in.
But you get to be Nightwing in that latest Batman one, right? For a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in some missions.
Because he keeps asking to help, and Batman's like, no.
Wait, in the like Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple.
So who does Nightwing fight? Just like the typical Batman.
No,
Villain?
he's in a different
Yeah.
town. He's in Bloodhaven. I don't know. who he
Yeah,
fights
but does
over.
he have any actual different bad guys, or is he still
See.
trying to take out Penguin and whatnot?
Probably still trying to take
Because
up
Penguin,
Penguin.
I like Penguin, actually. Because he's Danny DeVito, right?
That is Danny DeVito.
Super Troopers 2.
I forgot. Did I say Deathstroke is my number 1? I already forgot because he's my number 1.
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't remember.
Lady Shiva, Blockbuster, Tarantula, Shrike, Tony
Shiva
Zuko,
Trophy?
Raptor.
Are these DC villains or what?
These are Nightwing villains, allegedly. I know who Lady Shiva is. I've heard the name.
I don't know. We'll come back.
Give your list.
I did.
Oh, Captain Cold. That's a guy.
I had 3 for this one. That's how much I know.
Captain Boomerang.
Condiment Man. Oh wait, that's from Lego Batman. Yeah, Joker is number 1. I don't know. And Lex Luthor is 2, and then Red Lantern, because I have no idea who the bad guy in Green Lantern is. That's how little I know.
So is Ra Al Ghul?
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
His daughter is Talia al Ghul? Or are they
Yep.
married?
He's a daughter.
And they go into a weird realm, don't they?
No, he just has the Lazarus pit,
That's what it is. Okay.
which reincarnates him.
Well, in the Batman game, you go into a weird,
You go
weird
like
different
underground.
universe.
Oh, when you fight him?
Yeah.
It's because you get like high or something.
Man, I gotta play that game again. I download it and then I delete it.
Okay,
Like,
cancel.
but if I started playing it again, I'd play it for probably 10
Which
minutes.
one are you talking about?
All the Batmans.
Get the
Yeah.
mic
The
in your
second
face.
one. I beat this. Which
I
one
have
did I
them
have
all.
on PS3? The first one?
You had City and no, not
Prison?
you had Asylum and
City then. Or no, this.
yeah, City because Origins
then
was
next-
not made by the same
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, the fighting and everything is sick.
Talked about
Because we've
this.
talked about this already. What else we got?
Yeah, do you get to drive a car or something?
It's the best part of the game, I heard.
All right, Mandalorian.
Yeah, go through it. Let's
Do
hear
you
it.
care about spoilies?
Not really, unless they're super big.
No.
There's not.
It was a pretty slow episode, so if you care to hear slow stuff, don't
Just
listen
brief
for
it.
the next 5
Oh,
minutes.
Yeah. Welcome to
that's what we gotta
Pedro-
do for the last
Welcome
of
to
us. It's
Pedro
gonna be nice
Pascal
and
Hour.
quick.
Welcome to Pedro Pascal Hour.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna go through
New segment of the show
Yep,
for the next couple
Except
weeks.
we're gonna call it Pascal.
we'll call it
Pascal.
Pascal. Dupuis,
Pascal.
playing with no teeth. Didn't he lose a bunch of teeth and then kept playing or something? Is
Yeah.
that Pascal Dupuis?
Pascal.
20% of hockey players.
1% of basketball players.
13%
Anyways,
of crimes.
Carl Anthony Towns has been out for 14 weeks because of a calf something.
I had a strained calf playing
Hey, there
hockey
you go.
once. All right,
You can let him out.
we're gonna let Finn out, folks. Hold on. So
All right,
Mandalorian
Mandalorian.
season 3
Mando.
starts off with what? That kid getting his whatever rite of passage into Mandalorian lore, like to become a Mandalorian.
Mhm.
So they're giving it must be like a helmet ceremony or something, and they're on the beach. Big old crocodile /
Alligator.
whale alligator comes up and like starts eating a bunch of Mandalorian. I don't know if he got a lot, but he ate like 1 or 2. And then Pascal, what's his name? Din Djarin
I don't
came
know.
flying in, shot it, saved the day. And they're like, "You're not a Mandalorian anymore because you took your helmet off." So
News travels fast in the Mandalorian culture, I guess, huh?
the first thing I thought of is like, how realistic is it to walk around your whole life with all that armor and a helmet on?
No, you just can't show someone.
Oh, you can't take your helmet off in front of someone.
right?
That
No,
sounds right.
It says
Because
like
you can.
He takes it off.
Yeah, you can sleep. I assume with it off.
no, they said like you from here on out you have to leave your helmet on.
Alleged.
Anyways, that's just what I thought about most of the episode. It's like, there's no way.
How would he eat?
Writing
That's
on
true.
a chalkboard.
Just Charlie Daying it.
So, anyways, yeah, after that alligator attack, he's like, "How do I atone?" And so he has to go back to Mandalore and bathe in the hot springs of Lake Minnetonka. Oh wait, that's the Chappelle.
This motherfucker made his pancakes.
The Duke and Ball. Oh, that's such a good skit.
Oh, it is.
Well, so yeah, then he's talking to who's the lead lady, like the lead Mandalorian that
We
is in-
wouldn't know. I don't think they ever say her name.
They don't.
Talia
Anyways.
al Ghul. Just kidding.
Talia El Delore. So, anyways, he's wondering how he can become a Mandalorian again, and they said in the Creed the only way to do it is to go to the springs under some
The
caves,
mines.
in Mandalore, which are blown up, and that's why no one's there anymore. So he's like, F it, I'll take this infant. What's the alien race? Grogu is
Yoda.
Grogu. I don't.
Yeah,
even
but
know
what are
his
they?
alien
They have a
race are.
name.
Yoda.
Yoda, the Yoda
Yodaites.
race. Because the only other time they show him pre like Mandalorian, like another Yoda.
Is Yaddle.
No, yeah, in the Christmas episodes, right?
Oh, I
The
think
Christmas-
Yaddle's in one of the prequels.
Oh,
But
oh, that sounds right. But
Oh,
they
like
also
other-
did like the
other
Christmas
than
special.
Yoda.
Maybe not though. No. Yeah, another Yoda race, whatever. Anyway, so then yeah, what else did we miss? A lot of it. Tyler, take
That's
it
all
over.
you need.
Yeah, and then he goes back to where the planet, which I never remember the names of, but where the first season was, right? Because he's talking to that one guy.
Savannah something. It's like that. What is it?
The Sahara.
He's talking to Boba?
No, he's talking to the black dude.
Yeah,
The High Magistrate.
Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed.
Yeah, the High Magistrate, because they've now turned it into not a pirate town or whatever.
Yeah. So, and he's like the king of it.
Yeah, so he's going to get the droid back that self-destructed.
Which I never got, because that's what they went back
The
there.
defense droid?
Yeah, the one that blew itself up.
Yeah, like with the pinhead.
Yeah, like the bounty hunter robot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, I need it. I need a droid to come with me to Mandalore or whatever, yada, yada. Then they try to fix it. He brings it to like these tiny people, midgets or something. Then they try to fix
what
it.
were those called?
I don't know.
They had a cool name. I forgot what
But
it was.
then they can't fix it because they're missing a piece and they can't find the piece. Then Mando has to go hunt it down.
That lady's name is the Armorer, apparently.
Nice. It's a good bit of lore there.
Navarro.
Navarro Bowman.
No, Navarro is the
Planet. Okay. And he kills some pirates there, and then they chase him down in a ship, and we get some nice starfighter action. And then the pirates...
Karga is Carl Weathers' name.
Okay.
Offers Din Djarin a marshal.
Yeah.
But
And he
he's like,
says, kid never trusts a pirate, and jumps into hyperspace, and he talks to Bo-Katan because she was going to reclaim Mandalore or whatever, but she didn't get the Darksaber, so no one followed her.
So her plot or her plan in season 2 was to go take back Mandalore, right? With the Darksaber, didn't get it.
Then
Does
you take over because I don't remember any. Yeah, he does have it, but I don't remember what happens after, and it ends. Pretty much.
So like he offers her to join, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, you got the black saber, whatever. The dark saber. Dark-sided saber. And then he takes off, right? Just leaves and then it's end. I was like, are they gonna end it like this? Because nothing really happened. But I think they're just kind of setting stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that whole thing with that bounty droid, like, it's like, are they just not gonna go anywhere with this? Because they didn't get him working.
No, he's looking for the part though. He's
those little creatures. What are those little critters called? Let's see.
I don't know, but then at one point Grogu picks him up like a pet, and it's kind of funny.
He's like, he's young.
And they speak like a very broken English, and whoever that guy you're saying,
Karga kept telling Lando or
Mando. What do you say? He's like, yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
It was dumb. I shouldn't have laughed at it in hindsight.
It wasn't that good. Like, it was a very slow episode, but
What nights is it on?
Thursdays, right?
I don't know. I'll see if I tune in again. Not yet.
It's not the greatest. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, I think
Well, if they're setting it all up.
They got to release 2 episodes for the first time.
did they do that with Andor?
Yeah, they did that with a lot of
and
things.
then with Obi-Wan?
Yeah, they did that with a lot of things. Because then you get more stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of a 38-minute episode. You're just
Yeah.
like, waste of time.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, they
out.
probably feel like everyone's invested for 2 seasons already. They don't have to do that.
I don't even remember season 2.
No, neither do I.
I keep thinking of
Boba.
Boba Fett
Book of
riding the
Boba.
Rancor, because that was the coolest part of the Boba Fett book, Book of Boba Fett. And that was the last episode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I said this before, but like Invincible and The Boys, like, they're way better than these like newer Star Wars series. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like the nostalgia is cool to watch it. Like, because they had like who was that stupid annoying little critter that always sat by Jabba the Hutt and then laughed like remember that in like the originals? Yeah.
4, 5, and 6.
But anyways, there was like a pack of them up in the trees, and like they were all like kind of doing the stupid animal thing, and I was like, oh, there's that. And then like there's a droid walking around that looks like C-3PO, and like the coolest part of these shows so far have been like the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And Andor didn't really lean into that as much as like Boba Fett and Mandalore did.
Yeah.
Mandalorian. So anyways, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah.
So anyways, The Last of Us.
All right. So I'll start the timer.
All
So,
right. So we're going to review episodes 2 through 7.
Is it 2 through 7?
Yeah. And there's 2 episodes left.
All right. I'll take the, ones.
I'll go through 2.
Yeah.
Well, Well, their whole mission is to get to the Senate. No, the Capitol building.
Yep.
And when we leave them after the first episode, they've just got out of the QZ. And
But what does QZ stand for?
so they kind of find their original path they want to go on is blocked, and they have to take a detour, which makes them run into clickers for the first time. 2 of them, but they end up dispatching them and heading towards the Capitol building, where they find out the people they were that were supposed to be waiting for them have been taken out. Most likely one got infected, and then it was just an all-out brawl to all of them were dead, or so they thought. But then Tess reveals that she was bitten during the clicker encounter and decides to dump everything and kick Joel and Ellie out of there, so they can continue the mission by heading out west. And as they're walking out, they're a good distance away. They see the building blow up and a whole bunch of infected burning. And that's episode 2.
So what was like the main takeaway from episode 2?
Death. Just kidding. Just
Someone
that
might be infected.
you kind of see Joel's attitude, whereas Tess like still believe that there's a chance that
He's
the
Pascal?
human race can get out of this. Like there's a cure, hopefully, and Joel just doesn't believe it, but only does it because for Tess in that moment.
Would you say the theme of all these like apocalyptic zombie things, the biggest threat is humans? Is that the consensus?
Yeah, except for the zombies
That will eat your face.
So then she tells him to go to Bill and Frank, which is where episode 3 starts.
Yes. Bill and Frank are cool guys. So Bill, when the breakout started happening, is it Bill or Frank, the guy who's in the town first?
Bill.
So Bill's town evacuates and he's hiding in his doomsday prepper bunker.
So Joel starts talking about who Bill is on their walk, and then it cuts to the beginning. Sorry.
So Joel knows
Yeah,
Bill
they've met.
previously.
Yeah.
Like
But,
during the apocalypse or pre-apocalypse?
During.
All right.
But he's hiding in his bunker, and then everyone evacuates and leaves, and he gets to run the town pretty much all to himself. He hooks up his power and stuff, water, builds some fences.
He's a prepper. He was a doomsday
I thought you meant he
prepper.
hooked up like
Oh,
No,
he was docking.
he was alone.
But yeah, so then he sets up a ton of traps, and then one day one of his traps goes off and he goes in and it's Frank, and he's like, I'm not infected, yada yada, and then he's like, please take me in, and he's like, no, because then more people will come or whatever. He's like, no, I won't tell anyone, yada yada.
it'll only be you.
Yeah, and then
Get
he
it?
cooks them a dinner, and then kind of just shows them throughout their time of the apocalypse.
So this is the guy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's-
Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah.
What's his name for real?
Ron Swanson.
What's his real name?
I don't know. We looked it up last
Nick
time.
Offerman.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
But anyways, it just shows like their life through it, and then it cuts to present day. They show him meeting up with Joel and Tess. Then it cuts to present day, and Frank is like sick.
Yeah, he has some sort of debilitating like MS or
Yeah, he's in a
cancer or
wheelchair. Not great. And then he just tells him his last wish is to, I don't know, get married. But anyways, then so he's like, make me a meal or whatever, and then he's gonna take all of his pills or whatever and die. But then Ron Swanson crushed all the pills into the wine and they died together.
Very
And then-
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
then Joel and Ellie come, and Ellie finds the note or whatever that Ron Swanson left. Bill.
Yeah.
He's like, we're taker carers of people. We F
Yeah.
people up.
That's
So-
why we're in this world to protect others.
Yeah. And he's like,
But he killed himself. That's
yeah,
weird.
But he
Well-
protected
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, and he's like, all my stuff is yours now or whatever. And that's the whole, like, it's literally just a filler episode of the gays. It was
Yeah.
nuts.
which it's in the game. Bill is still alive.
Oh,
So when you get to the town, you have to fight through a couple of infected, but then Bill, I think, saves you somehow. And then I believe he dies after that. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, but I don't think it was. It's been a while.
Yeah, so then they load up a truck.
Yeah.
Ellie wants a gun because Bill had a ton and he says no. Joel says no. And she finds a little pistol in a drawer and puts it in her backpack.
Yep.
Then they leave that town with their supplies. And then AJ can talk about episode 4.
So who's Tess? Because Ellie is the younger girl.
Yeah, Tess was Joel's like partner and everything they did in the QZ.
All the bad shit.
Yeah.
Like
they helped peddle drugs in and stuff, like whatever they could to survive.
Yeah. So then they start heading west for the Firefly facility that's somewhere.
And to find
Tommy,
which is
who's
Joel's
in
brother.
somewhere in Wyoming.
So
and then in episode 4, they get to Kansas City.
Yeah. Yep.
And
so they go to Kansas City.
This is way longer than 70 seconds, 70 words, whatever I said.
Well, yeah, it's so hard not to go in detail.
Yeah.
They get there and there's
done. Episode 4, go.
Yeah, to get through Kansas City, they wanted to take the freeway and just fly through, but it's blocked off. You can tell Joel's
still
like
bothers me.
Do they have like factions of like people that broke off and then they're...
Yeah, so Joel is like kind of on the fence about going into the actual city. He's like, fuck it. And it used to be a QZ zone. So then he goes into the city only to and a guy comes out. He's like, help, I need help. Joel says, buckle up, and just runs the guy over, or tries to. And then they get spike stripped and crash into a building.
So they were set up.
Yeah, because and then Joel.
It's a lawless world out there.
Yeah, they get out and there's people shooting at them. Joel takes a couple out, and but then he gets surprised by one. But then since Ellie has a gun, she shoots him. And they continue to they try to find a safer place because there's a convoys, lookouts driving around.
Yeah.
And then they show a different character. I can't remember her name.
Oh, the lady?
Yeah, the lady who was running the place now because they took over the QZ.
Mm.
And her one mission is to find Sam and Henry and Sam because they had turned in her brother who was killed.
Who's Henry and Sam now?
That's who you'll find out.
Oh, all right.
As part of this episode.
Yeah.
So Joel and Ellie find the highest place possible in that episode, and
recons. That's what you're looking for, not convoys.
Yeah,
I just thought
recon.
of it.
And then they showed what's that lady's name?
I don't know.
Kim?
Samantha.
Is it? No. Well, they show her and the guy looking through buildings, and then they open a door and the ground is just pulsing. And they're like, do we tell anyone? And they say, not yet. We have to find Henry and Sam. That was just one
pulsating with
just
dead people under there or what?
Yeah, just going up and down, something's underneath the ground.
Oh yeah.
And then they go back to Joel and Ellie, who find a spot to rest up. At the end of the episode, though, they wake up and Henry and Sam. Henry's in his 30s, 20s.
Quick question. What's Ellie's and Joel's relationship?
Remember, it was just they are tasked with taking her cross country. There's no actual
all right. I can remember.
Yeah. And then so they get woken up to Henry and Sam holding guns to him. Henry, I don't know how old Henry is.
Young.
He's the older one, right?
Oh, I don't remember.
Sam is it's the older brother and his 8-year-old younger brother. And they're that's the end of that episode, right?
Yep.
And then it goes into the next episode where they're you're going to help us get out of this town, get alive or whatever.
Sam and
Henry, yeah.
Need help getting out.
Yeah.
And they're younger,
Henry's probably in his 30s.
And the other
20s,
kid is
late
only 8?
Yeah. Kathleen is the lady.
The worst lady ever.
Yeah. I was very glad.
She's the one that runs the quarantine now.
Yeah, like
They
has
took it
their
over
own
from
rebels.
Fedra.
Yeah. So it goes in. So they're Henry tells Joel they're gonna work together, to get out of the town or whatever. And Joel's like, "Why can't you?" And Henry tells him like he saw them come crashing in, saw Joel kill those guys, and Henry could never do that because he's a pacifist or like won't actually hurt anyone.
I think you're gonna say because he's a pussy.
Yeah,
That too.
that is
Like,
true.
oh, okay.
But then he says like, "Oh, we can go underground, underneath the city, and we're out free as day. There's nothing under there." They had put a whole bunch of infected down there, but then they cleared them out apparently 3 years back. So Joel's like doesn't believe them.
Oh, I see. I thought they were gonna set him up. But anyways,
No.
I should just watch the episode.
Yes, you
Then
should.
we
It's
don't.
great.
Then we don't have to go over this. Just kidding.
So they do end up getting underground. So it should be clear, and they do get underground and out of the city. But as they're leaving, they start getting sniped at. And so they have to take cover, and then Joel's like, "I'll sneak around and go get him." And he gets up, and it's an old guy, and he's on a walkie-talkie with Kathleen and tells them where they are. So then Joel has the sniper because he kills the guy, or the guy kills himself.
One of the two.
Yeah. And he's looking out, and then a big convoy this time is coming towards him with like
Optimus
Humvees and just big, like a huge, that would be awesome. Like a ramming car, like clearing everything out of the way. So then Ellie and Henry and Sam have to run and duck and cover. Kathleen gets out, like, "I know you're here." Or no, Joel snipes one of the people driving, and they crash into a garage. So then everyone has to get out of their cars. Kathleen's like, "I know you're out here. Just show your face." And like, right as Henry's about to stand up, it cuts over to that truck that crashed in the garage, and it just breaks through the ground. And then everyone's just sitting there watching, and then all just out of nowhere, just every infected jumps out. It just comes flying out, attacking people, and then one huge one comes out that's like twice the size of a normal person.
Yeah.
And he just like, oh, it's awesome. So he walks towards like the main bodyguard of Kathleen, and he's like, "Don't look back, just run, Kathleen." And then she's running in the background. You see the fucking thing just rip the guy's head off.
Which ones?
The main guy.
Oh,
Or like the bodyguard
Joel's
guy.
Just kidding.
So like that huge thing just rips it apart and just yells. And if you can tell, that's like my favorite part of the show, I think, so far. That's
it's a
the
little,
most
little
energy.
morbid, but whatever.
Yeah. And Henry and Sam get stuck under a car with a couple of infected trying to get them, and Ellie gets caught in a car with an infected trying to get her.
The tiny little scary ones.
Yeah, they're called hunters or something.
I think
'cause
you're
they
thinking
can
of Left 4
run.
Dead.
What's that?
I think you're thinking of Left 4 Dead.
Oh, maybe.
But that-
I'd actually never played that, so I don't know. So there's so much to talk about. They end up, Joel is like sniping off infected as much as he can. Then they end up running, get to the building Joel's at, but then Kathleen gets there too. She's like, "Everything has to come to an end." And then that freaking child
yeah, the tiny
infected,
one.
like, it's super quiet. They're called stalkers.
Oh.
Maybe, and just sneaks up from behind her, and they see her, and it jumps on top of Kathleen and just starts ripping her to shreds. Henry, Sam, Ellie, and Joel are able to run away, and they get to some random motel.
Was that like a Jeffrey moment? Joffrey from
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone
Jeff
was
Hardy.
probably
Everyone's like,
super happy.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone was.
I was. I dabbed.
So 3 out of 3 with me. You watched it with us, right?
Yeah, I was
Just
there.
me, Krista, and Tyler were watching it. So they get to a motel, and they're just like bonding. And Joel tells Henry and Sam like they can go with them to Wyoming if they want to. But then in the other room, Ellie and Sam are talking.
Not talking.
This whole time. Sam is deaf,
Yes.
so
He uses like a cool little board thing.
yeah, like an old.
It's an etch a sketch kind of.
Yeah. And he was like, "What are you scared of?" to Ellie, or "Why are you never afraid?" And she's like, "I am afraid." But then she asks what he's afraid of, and he says, "Am I still hear when the monster takes over.
It sounds super nuts.
Right?
Yeah. It's
And she's like, what do you mean? And then he shows that he was bit, the little kid. And she thinks...
Oh, the deaf guy got bit.
Yeah, kid, he's 8.
Oh.
So then she's like...
That's
thinks,
terrible.
Yeah, she thinks she can heal him because
She has the antibodies.
So she
or
cuts
something.
herself open and like rubs it all over him. She's like, I can heal you. And he says, stay awake with me, please. And she says, okay. But it cuts to her waking up and Sam's just on the edge of the bed and she's like, taps him.
Oh, geez.
And the little kid just looks and fucking hops on her. And they break through the door into the other room where Henry and Joel were. And then like Joel goes for the gun, but Henry pulls a gun on him. He's like, don't do it. And he ends up like having to shoot his brother.
Yeah. Nuts.
And then he's like, what did I do?
I mean,
what
I thought
did I
about
do?
it with you guys. But
Yeah. What did I do? And he's like, can't believe it. And Joel's like, put the gun down. Put the gun down. And then Henry shoots himself. I
Sounds
feel like I went into too much detail, but like, this,
for
it's
that
pretty
one,
crazy.
it's pretty...
So then
This was episode, what, 4?
5.
5 or 6?
4.
5?
Yeah, 5.
4 and 5 are
Yeah.
the two I got 2 here. That's probably why it's taking so long. They show them, they end up, they're burying them, and Ellie writes, I'm sorry on that Etch-a-Sketch thing and puts it on Sam's grave, and they head out.
No one even do anything. He's
Towards-
dead. He's dead. He can't read it.
I know, towards Wyoming.
Yeah,
right?
so then they're trying to get to Wyoming.
What's
Damn.
in Wyoming?
His
Dude.
brother, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
And the Firefly bit.
Oh, yeah, because
That's
that's
where they're
like,
supposed to bring Ellie.
yeah, Colorado. Well, they just stay out west.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily know where.
Oh, I thought it was in Wyoming. But
Episode 6. Oh, man, just cut out like half of my rambling. God damn it.
yeah,
Excuse
you're
my
talking
language.
for 20 minutes.
I can't man. The big thing though,
Yeah.
like that was awesome.
So is episode 6 the one where they're by the river? Is
Yeah,
it
where they run into the
old
older-
couple?
Yeah,
Yeah, the old elderly like Indian couple who have been living there for years or something, and
yeah.
they talk about the river of death where people go across and then never seen again, but they see the bodies or whatever.
Yep.
Then Joel's like, or Ellie doesn't believe it. Joel's like, they've lived here for a long time. They know what they're talking about. Then they hike across the river and Ellie's like mocking it, like, ooh, river of death. And then they get up to the dam, whatever they are. And she's like, wait, Joel, what if this was the river of death? And then sure enough, the bandits come and they have like a dog that sniffs you if you're infected.
Yep.
And it's sniffing Joel. They like surround him with guns, and so Joel has nothing to do. And then it's like it's gonna sniff Ellie, and Joel's just kind of uneasy about it because she is infected. But then you see the dog growling, and it's just stuck on Joel, the camera, and you're just like, ah. But then it just shows Ellie playing with the dog,
Yeah, dog's just looking at her and just all
and then
happy.
did they ask their name or something? But somehow they know that, or he knows that Tommy's with that group.
No,
He's
he
like-
doesn't know. They don't. I think his wife is in that group,
Yeah.
so she might know that Joel
No,
is
maybe.
Tommy's brother, but she doesn't
Oh,
for
they don't
sure.
Oh yeah, but then they go into their little settlement, and Tommy's there, and yeah, they get set up there, and Joel is trying to convince Tommy to take Ellie.
Go with them first. or
Oh yeah,
something.
go with them. But then Tommy's getting married, or he is married, and he's gonna have a kid soon, so he says no.
Who's
Then-
that, Tommy? You
Yeah,
said?
Yeah, his
Joel's brother. And then Ellie's getting like a haircut from Tommy's wife, and then she sees Joel's daughter's name or whatever. I don't know. Then they get into a fight.
Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Joel's like, you'll be safer with Tommy. Just go with him. Then, I don't know, it's pretty lame. Then they cut to the morning. Ellie's getting ready to go with Tommy, but Joel's at the stables on a horse. He's like, you deserve a choice. And Ellie chooses to go with Joel.
Immediately she goes, "Let's go."
Yep, chucks the bag at him. So they have to go to Colorado to some school, fictional school, I'm assuming. Eastern
No.
Colorado.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's real, but maybe
Didn't look real. Because that's where the Fireflies are and where they have to bring Ellie.
Yep.
And they get there and there's monkeys running around.
This is into the next episode, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Into
So
7
the settlement one is super long. It's not very good. Well, it's good, but it's not.
Nice. I skipped over all of it.
But yeah, you the best part of that episode is the two old people because they're just super dry humor. Apparently, they were in the show Northern Exposure. Do you remember that, Luke?
He's on his phone. He can't hear you.
I'm looking up the Wastelanders reviews just so I know what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Do you
next.
remember
Oh,
the
we got-
show Northern Exposure at all?
Yeah.
So it's
Mom
those
used to
two.
watch it.
Yeah, it's like the two they're married in it. They're the two characters that are in The Last of Us in the beginning, and
Like the same exact actors?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So then this is just they walk into the guy walks into the cabin and she's just sitting there, and then he looks and sees Joel with a gun to her or whatever, and he's like, "Why didn't you grab the gun?" She's like, "It's way across the room." It's just like, and their dry humor banter going back and forth was easily the best part.
This was in episode 7?
6.
6.
5 actually. Right? No, 6.
6. Yeah,
What?
you
I
talked
think we're
about.
off. Anyways.
Who cares? Anyways, they get to the college and no one. It looks pretty deserted. They kind of rummage around. They see a map going to Salt Lake City.
Yep.
So they moved all their stuff or whatever. And there's like, they're doing tests there or something weird. And then they're up in like a lab room searching for stuff. They see some bandits come or whatever, rioters, whatever they're called. Then they sneak out the back and they're getting on the horse and one jumps them. And Joel fights him off, and I don't remember much. The fight happens and more are coming, but then Joel realizes he's been stabbed with like a sharp, like
The end of the bat that
like,
broke.
yeah, in his stomach, and he's bleeding a lot.
Who was that?
Joel.
Joel, get off your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joel realizes he was stabbed, and Ellie helps him get on the horse or something. I don't know. They
Yeah.
start booking it out. Ellie's shooting back at the bandits, and then they cut to how they made it out of the college, and they're on some like train tracks, and Joel just falls off the horse, is basically unconscious. Yeah, it's that episode.
Yep.
Ends there with Joel dying, not actually dying, but on his deathbed. By the way, like he's in the act of dying.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
then
he's lost his right here.
yeah.
We don't have YouTube on, but right in his freaking where his appendix incision would be if he had his appendix removed.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
But,
everyone that's had their appendix
What
removed.
about if his
No.
Chet Hilstrom gets
stomach was twisted and he had to have surgery?
Yeah, it'd be right about there.
You'd get a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Go get a rented
Yeah.
Nintendo.
At least playing Nintendo while Joel's dying. Just kidding.
So then it cuts
I
to
have no idea what's going on, but I'm playing Nintendo.
they play like they're in a house in the winter, and Joel's like, "Ellie, leave!" Like telling her to leave because he's dying, and Ellie's like searching the house for
A Band-Aid.
Anything to help.
something. I don't even know if she finds anything or if we even find out, because then we go to flashbacks where she's in Fedger camp.
It's like a FEMA camp.
You've made that.
It's
joke
like
last
military school.
Yeah, I'm just reiterating it because we didn't record the last episode. We didn't air
time.
it.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what a
Oh.
FEMA camp is.
yeah. That's like
Oh,
emergency.
we'll know
right?
pretty soon. Don't worry. There was actually one down in Buffalo in Sturgis during
Really?
COVID. Yeah, just like a bunch of white tents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was in there.
But no, Fedger camp's right. The QZs.
What does
Yeah.
QZ stand for?
Wait, aren't they good sometimes? But
Depends on what side you're on that one.
Yeah.
she's in school and she gets picked on and punches a girl or something. I don't know. Then the officer gives her a nice speech. Can be an officer, you can scrape the sewers or whatever. Then she's sleeping and someone sneaks in her room, puts their hand over her mouth, and then it's just her friend or roommate or whatever.
That
Whatever.
had left a few weeks prior.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I became a firefly. Come with me, and I'll take you on the best night of your life."
No, but who is it? Ellie?
Ellie, yeah. So it flashes back to her time in the Fedra school.
Isn't she like 10? How old is she?
She's probably like 12 or 13. Unless they up the age, but probably 13 or 14.
Yeah, but it's just like a few weeks because, like a few weeks before she gets
Yeah,
sent
before
with
the
Joel.
Before the stuff starts.
So then,
Her friend's name is Riley.
yeah, and then they run along the loop. They find a dead guy with some alcohol, some sort.
Whiskey, yeah.
And then he falls through the floor. And they laugh.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like finding a porno mag in the ditch. Did you ever do that when you were little?
No, but one time
Me
we
and
found,
Brandon
one
did
time we
once.
found a DVD in one of them.
So
Yeah.
weird. Like, guys,
No, we weren't looking for it. We were looking for a fidget spinner. But,
Anyways,
Ellie finds a gay porno magazine in the truck.
oh yeah,
when they're driving.
when they're leaving Bill's and Frank's.
Yep.
Why
What
are
is
the
this?
pages sticky? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she's fucking with him.
Yeah, it's fine. But they run on the rooftops or whatever. And she shows them. Riley shows Ellie the mall. The place is boarded off, crowded with infected. No, whatever. No, it's not. And then they go turn the power on, and they're running around the mall.
Making the most fucking noise possible.
So they're in the mall, and she has to show them, like, they spend all night in the mall pretty much running around they play like Mortal Kombat in the arcade.
oh, nice.
And what are the other one? There's a carousel or merry-go-round or whatever.
Oh, just mall stuff like
Yeah,
attractions.
because they've never been to one, obviously, since they were in the Federal school and
In the FEMA
since the
camp.
outbreak. But yeah, then Riley tells her that, like, the Fireflies are sending her to Atlanta, and I think they're in the Boston one. I'm not sure though. They don't really say. But the Atlanta one's not where they are. And Marlene, who is the Firefly lady from the first episode, who makes Joel take Ellie, Joel and Tess, is giving her the assignment or whatever.
Mm.
And Riley tried to get it so that Ellie could come, but they said no or something. Then Ellie's like, oh, so you're just going to leave me or whatever, and classically gets mad. So then she storms out of the mall. But as she's, I don't remember what happens. As she's leaving, she like decides to turn around. And she hears like this screaming, and she thinks she runs because it's yelling Riley, because obviously she thinks he's in trouble. But then Riley's just in like this haunted house store with a pop-up like skeleton thing, like for Halloween. And then they're just, I don't know, Ellie stays there and they just have one more night together or whatever. But then they're like, I can't remember. They're doing like this dance party thing, and then something crashes over, and Riley has a gun since she's a Firefly. She's like, stay back. And then
What are Fireflies again? Did we already talk
they're
about
the
this?
like liberators. They
Oh.
want to liberate the QZs because Fedra is terrible, or the way they're running it, they're corrupt or something.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So then an infected crawls out, and Riley tells Ellie to get ready to run, and then she shoots it once, and then they start running, and they have trouble getting out of the store. And at one point, it has Riley pinned, and then Ellie jumps in to get it. And then it has Ellie pinned, and Riley jumps in to get it, and then Ellie ends up stabbing it. And she's like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Can't, like, she's just so excited. And then Riley's just standing along the
bad.
wall. Just like, yeah. And then Ellie's like, what? And then she looks at her arm, and she's bit. She's freaking out. No. And then Riley shows her that she was bit too. Now AJ can talk since he took a 20-minute hiatus.
So then they rub blood again, and then it doesn't work again.
No, she didn't know she was.
They're going to say something else.
Rub what?
Never mind. No. So yeah, they're both bit, and then they kind of talk about. Well, they cut to Ellie's just smashing everything in that store they're in, like screaming, while Riley's just kind of sitting there, and then Ellie joins her, and Riley goes, well, there's 2 ways out of this, or 3 ways, and she says, 1, we kill ourselves. 2,
We keep going.
yeah, we just keep going, so that's it.
Yeah, there's no.
And she's like, I don't like option 1. So then they kind of just sit together. And then it cuts back to Ellie in the cabin looking for the stuff. And then she finds a sewing needle and
Oh, because Joel's
thread.
bleeding.
Yeah, and she starts.
So is this a flashback episode?
Yeah, and so then she
so it's a
starts
fill
sewing them up.
episode.
That one, like, they have an add-on of The Last of Us, and it's that Riley, where you're playing Ellie.
Oh,
and
really?
Riley.
I didn't know that.
And it's pretty similar. The difference when they get to the town Tommy's in, I'm pretty sure in the game raiders show up and you have to fight them off, and they start like a huge fire in it. So that's a little different. It's pretty spot on with Henry and Sam, because I just remember during the episode being like, "Oh, they're gonna have friends going to Wyoming," and then it goes to the motel. I'm like,
Jeez.
"No, I remember what happens." And then Chris and Tyler obviously didn't. Just Krista didn't, and she's like, "You knew that was gonna happen." Like, yes, but I had forgotten for a while. But overall, like, the flashbacks obviously aren't in the game. Well, the second one is, not the first one, but
Yeah, you know.
I don't know. I was really looking forward to this one, but yeah, it's kind of like,
This is the latest one.
Yeah.
7. And that just came out last week or just recently?
yeah, last week. So Sunday will be the next one, which
So
they
tomorrow
showed-
will be the newest one because we're
Yes,
recording
that is
Saturday.
tomorrow. Yeah.
That's how.
So
it
that's
works.
2 through 7 recap. Just
Yep.
watch it. It's a
That
great
took
show.
45 minutes.
Did
Did
it
it?
actually take
No, I don't
45? I have 22 on
I don't
my
know.
clock from when I started.
22 minutes?
Which
That's
was
pretty
when
good.
AJ was in the middle of his spiel
That's pretty good.
about
for,
episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well,
add
you
on.
can, if you find things you don't want in there, but keep the big honking guy in there ripping heads off.
Yeah.
If anyone needs to know anything, that's the part.
Yeah.
So what would you rate it overall out of 10?
8.
7.
So yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't have like a big fight at the damn town.
Because they did in the game?
Yeah.
The
Mm.
damn town.
But like the other stuff that they changed, it's been good. I don't know, the acting's.
AJ likes the music.
Do
That
I?
was
Oh yeah,
episode 2.
like the guitar.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
as good as
episode 2.
Descenders?
Senders is the worst.
no,
soundtrack.
because in the game, like when they're cut scenes or like you're just walking, like they have like a light acoustic guitar going. It's
Oh, yeah.
awesome, and then they do it in the show too.
Oh,
so
nice.
good shout there.
Yeah, I
That
had
was
that
awesome.
written down from episode 2 when I was at your house. So.
And then like it brings you back
4
to when you're
months in.
playing, and it's like the best game ever. So
Yeah. So for my
Borderlands
review,
would be my 3rd best game, by the way.
nice. Yeah, that's easily true.
So,
But
but it's just
Yeah.
sweet when they cut to it, and it's just like, oh, now it's gonna get fucked up.
was that guy in the game? Were there big
oh
guys?
yeah,
Okay.
but they like, if I remember correctly, like you meet it in a gymnasium, and it
You
can
gotta
shoot shit
play
at
basketball against him.
you. It can shoot freaking like
The spores?
infected shit at you.
The sport, like the
Yeah,
spores. That,
and then it explodes, and you can't get hit by it. It's the hardest battle that I remember from that game.
It reminds me of Fallout 4 where...
everything reminds you of Fallout 4
I know, it's because the only game I play...
I was in bed last night, and I was thinking of Fallout 4. Just
and
kidding.
Donkey Kong.
Anyways.
What if he was in Fallout 4? But no, there's like the mutant people, and then all of a sudden, like, however many hours into the game, there's this ginormous one. And he's like, starts throwing bricks at you, and it's just like, you see him from way far away, too, and it's like rattles you a little bit, like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sounds like about what it is.
It's like, yeah, and it's like, because you're just in a gymnasium, if I remember correctly, and you never have a lot of ammo,
Yeah.
but you never know what's coming.
Like in
But I
Fallout
remember,
4.
Yeah. But I remember, like,
every time.
you
It's
think
gonna
you
be
have
a
to
joke
save
now.
it, and then you like, it seems like right after you use a bunch of it, then they throw something crazy, and that thing just bursts through the door, and it's like 3 times bigger than everything, and it just, you're like, what the fuck is that? And they go through it, talk about it, but I don't know. Play the game before you watch the movie shows.
Yeah, nice. Are you guys discussing Wastelanders?
Yeah, I think so.
Wastelanders.
Okay, holy cow, it's a long episode.
It's all right.
I'll throw in some.
We have a 2-hour episode. We're only
I'll
at
throw
an
in
hour
some
and-
filler here
All right, filler
with the
time.
Ant-Man movie. Yeah, so Ant-Man and Wasp, the
Quantumania?
Quantum Mania, sure.
Yep.
King's in it.
Mania. Yep.
Yep, it's good.
See, it's gotten terrible reviews.
Yeah.
So why is it good?
Really, it has.
Yeah. And-
Rotten Tomatoes is pretty bad, but I never really pay
Oh,
attention to
actually, I
that.
knew that.
Yeah, like
'Cause the
critics
podcast
actually hate it because
People are probably just sick of Marvel at this point.
yeah,
They're just,
Phase 5 is off to a
they're just
terrible
like
start.
bored and they have nothing. I liked it. I enjoyed my time watching it. Do you guys care if I say spoilers?
Here's my
plug-
conspiracy theory why it got bad reviews. Because the lead lady, what's her name?
Livy
Angeli or something. Yeah, something like that.
Angelina Jolie.
She said something about the vaccine or something, didn't she? She was under hot water.
Oh,
And everyone's like, you shouldn't
All
cast her anymore. But
Our
anyways,
conspiracies are getting worse by the day. But do you guys care if I spoil it or no?
No, go for it.
So whatever, they're in the quantum realm and they're trapped there, and so Wasp's mom, who's married to Hank Pym, Jane Van Dyne, sounds right. She went there years ago and she met this guy Kang, but she didn't know he was Kang the Conqueror because he just crashed there. And she helps him fix his ship because he promises he can get her back home. But his ship is like linked to his brain or something, so she touches it and sees all his memories. And he is Kang the Conqueror, so he's done some bad things. So she breaks his ship. She enlarges it and it makes it a huge core in the quantum realm. And then I don't know how she got out. Oh, they rescued her in one of the movies.
The second movie they get her.
Yeah. But then, so then Ant-Man's daughter creates a thing that can like map out the quantum realm, and then King sees it and sucks them all in or whatever. And King has built this massive army.
Like random bugs and stuff?
No, like people, like there's still people.
Dang.
But he's built a huge town. He basically runs this place. He's like, all right, you guys are getting me back. You guys are gonna want me because there's trouble coming. They're like, what's coming? And he says, they say, what's coming? And he says, me, a lot of me. Yes, exactly. It's funny. That's all I remember. No, but then they fight or whatever, and then they go in, they get the thing running up and get back in the realm, but then, or no, Scott and his daughter are the last two in there, and Scott pushes, Ant-Man, Scott by the way, pushes his daughter in, and then it zips up, it stays open, but Kang comes in after he had been defeated by Hank Pym's ants, because his ants also came in. So it's they're all like huge and advanced with technology and stuff. It's pretty sweet. And they beat Kang like Ant-Man doesn't, just literal ants do. But
which kind? Fire ants, carpenter ants? What are we talking about here?
I don't know. They're technologically advanced because they had slowed time dilation or something.
Gotcha.
Stupid and nerdy. So Kang and Scott fight, and Kang kind of beats the crap out of him. But then Wasp comes back and helps fight or something. I don't know, blurry. Whatever. They beat Kang. And then you think they're trapped there because the portal had closed. And you're like, oh, man. Or you think Scott's going to die, too, because Kang is just beating the living crap out of him. And then you're like, oh, man. Cool ending. Portal opens up, and the Wasp and Ant-Man get to go home or whatever.
Who opened the portal?
His daughter from the other side.
Oh, okay. Reminds me of some cool superhero.
Blink.
Galactus?
No. But then, and MODOK's in it at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But he's just...
he's a good villain.
Yeah. He's Yellow Jacket from the first movie. Because they sent him to the quantum realm. But then Kang finds him there and repairs him. Or makes him into this MODOK. But yeah, he's alright. But I was kind of mad. And I was actually mad when the movie ended. I was like, they killed Kang? I was like, this is...
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be the next, like, Thanos?
I was like, this is stupid. And then the post-credit scene was...
Ant-Man wakes up from a dream.
All the Kangs were there.
Oh.
The Council of Kangs.
Council of Kangs.
And they're like, the exiled one has... They killed him or whatever. Because they exiled him. I don't know why.
Like, they did that on purpose.
Yeah, he's too crazy or something. Too extreme.
Didn't take the vaccine.
I talk way too much, clear because of a dry throat. But So then, yeah, it's the Council of Kangs. So that redeemed the movie for me.
Nice.
And I didn't know a ton about Kang. I just knew that he was like a time traveler guy. I didn't know that there was a Council of Kangs.
I didn't know that either.
There's a whole bunch.
Yeah, they're like jumping around like.
They all have their own
and
names too, like what certain type of Kang they are. I haven't looked into it. I just like the thought of it.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
But yeah, so now I'm pretty excited. I don't know why everyone hated it. I enjoyed my time. It was pretty fun. There's some cool characters in the quantum realm. Some cool
way to stay in shape.
Side characters.
So here's why she was under hot water. She didn't want to self-quarantine during COVID-19.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And then she protested the vaccine mandates.
Nice.
So of course everyone hates her now, right? Rightfully so.
Who was it?
Lily
Angeline.
Lily Eva.
Oh, the actual Wasp. Not
Yeah. Oh, Evangeline Lily. Evangelist.
Lily.
She is a Christian, it says in here. So.
But yeah, other than that, I've been watching Batman animated movies like Gotham by Gaslight, which is Batman versus Jack the Ripper, pretty much.
Oh,
in Gotham.
Did you watch the Ninja Turtles one yet? Versus
No, I don't
Batman?
think that's on.
Oh, we got the
HBO?
DVD if you want to borrow it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it's on HBO. And then The Dark Knight Returns, which is when Batman's older and the mutants are taking over Gotham, kind of. And then Two-Face comes back for a little bit, and the Joker comes back in part 2. And then he fights Superman too, like in the Superman v Batman.
Are these newer ones or are they older ones?
The Dark Knight Returns was the newest one, I'm pretty sure. It was like 2021. And then The Long Halloween.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is,
Me and
Harvey
Matt
Dent,
started watching that.
the Harvey Dent turning into Two-Face one. And
Oh,
he's the
nice.
holiday killer. Or he's not. He's actually
Spoiler
not, by the
alert.
way. He just takes blame for it. But yeah, they're all really good and really cool.
Nice.
I don't watch DC stuff. So
Should get HBO Max and watch them all.
Yeah.
I've watched some Justice League ones too, like Justice
I
League.
probably watched the
Dark.
Game of Thrones series first.
Who do they fight? Like the Martian Manhunter's main bad guys? At one point, some alien race comes down.
Yeah,
and
that's
Justice
that's
League
in
has
the
to fight them.
that's in like the series.
Oh, okay, that's what I
but
was
yeah,
thinking
the
of.
Martians, the white Martians,
Yeah.
who, like take over Mars.
Yeah,
Marsha.
Marshmallows.
They take over
Marsha.
But yeah, I remember that. They kind of look creepy.
Yeah, they get
Yeah.
like a big black eye, pretty much.
Yeah, they're weird. But yeah. All right, talk about you guys.
Wastelanders. Speaking of old superheroes.
This is.
So yeah, this Wastelanders podcast is based on the Wastelanders comic book run, which they have Old Man Logan, Hawkeye, Star-Lord, Black Widow.
Yep.
Is that it?
Those are the four.
I'm surprised they
main
haven't
ones.
had Hulk in there because.
Well,
So yeah,
they bring them up, right? They talk about Hulk
do they?
in the first one. Like they talk about Hulklander, Hulk's flying around.
Yeah, I just one of the later episodes, so like probably 6 or 7, they talk about a big guy like jumping around, and then Peter Quill's like, "There's only one guy I know that does that."
Yeah.
Which this series is awesome because Peter Quill and Rocket have the best banter back and forth, and so like Rocket and Star-Lord crash in the Midwest, and what even started the apocalypse? Like the Wasteland,
They call it V-Day. The villains kill all the heroes.
Oh yeah, so all the heroes are dead.
Most of the heroes are dead.
Yeah, most of the heroes. Where's the radioactive stuff from? Radiation.
There's a big nuclear
It's by
plant.
Imagine Dragons.
There's a big nuclear plant in Doomland, which is where they are in the Midwest. It's called Doomland because that's where Doom rules.
And Doomwood is like the main kind of gathering town, which is Deadwood, right? Like,
Yeah,
because it's right by the Black Hills.
Yep.
Yeah. But so right away they meet the Collector, right?
Yeah, that's who sends them back to Earth.
Because they got to get the Black Vortex, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, one of the funniest parts I remember, this was later in like one of the, we're not going to go through each episode, but it'll just kind of do the overall like story of it.
Yeah.
Peter Quill's like, I'm going to stick my head in that Black Vortex and I'm going to be doing triple backflips and be shooting purple laser beams out of my belly button. And anyway, it's great banter back and forth because Raccoon or Rocket, he must have like some radiation poison because he's like slowly dying. I'm just doing a super quick overview right now. We'll get more into it, then they meet Cora on the ship before they get to the Midwest, right?
Yeah. So
And
when
it
they
has
are
the
heading,
brood.
they're heading to Earth, but they get a SOS signal. So Quill makes them go to it
Because he's
before going to Earth. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's like, he
really
wants
wants
to
to be a
all the
hero,
time.
yeah. Which I like. I don't know. Yeah, he did a really good job. Like I know, like who's the actor?
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. He does a really good job too. But the way they portray this Peter Quill is like sounds spot on of Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Like Chris Pratt does a great job, but yeah. So yeah, so they get an encounter with the Brood, which are like those like parasitic aliens.
Yeah, they just
Right.
rip you apart pretty much.
Yeah. And then they find Cora, who is a recording bot from
For like Rigelians.
Rigelian Empire. So, and basically they learn like she goes around to see like pretty much see if a planet's good to like
If they can take care of themselves or if they need to be conquered by the Rigelians.
yeah, that's what it
for
was.
the perfect world or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, first few episodes, they're fighting the Brood, right?
No,
Or is it just one? Or is it
it's
like...
just the beginning.
All right.
Then they
go and meet Red Crotter, right?
Yep, Red Crotter.
Who's voiced by Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Really good character.
Yeah.
I don't know if he comes back yet. I'm only like 7 episodes. So,
okay, yeah.
So we're not going to do the finale like the last few episodes, but yeah, they go to Red Crotter's farm. And then does he kind of explain everything?
Yeah,
Like,
he
what's
kind of
going
talks
on?
about what happened and how like all the superheroes were killed and whatnot, and he's just like he's been waiting for this day pretty much to stage a rebellion anyway.
Because his
Like, he's
daughter
ready
and
to
wife
die for it. Yeah.
died of like cancer from the radiation, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
something like that.
But yeah, because Star-Lord, another funny thing is people keep calling him Shatterstar.
Yeah, it's just something. Yeah,
Shatterstar?
Yeah.
From X-Men?
Yep. Yeah. So they keep calling him that. He's like, it's Star-Lord. And like he keeps telling people he's a hero, and Rocket's always like, no, you're not. Like,
Yeah.
But
You're an old man.
yeah.
Trying to relive your past. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
But yeah, and then they kind of go into like how the rest of the Guardians died.
Yeah, they
And
never. Yeah.
Because Emma Frost ends up coming up. She's part of the New Dawn, which is like the resistance against Doom
Yeah.
in Deadwood. But yeah, so Emma Frost is running that. Craven is like a hunter for Doctor Doom.
For Doctor Doom, yeah.
Yeah, for Doctor Doom. And they have like a weekly episode of Deer on the Spear
Yeah.
where they go around and hunt terrorists. So like people,
Craven does.
yeah,
They find anybody that's like a terrorist or against them, and then they give them like a 10-minute head start to
It's
run
like
away
Hard
from
Target.
Craven. Yeah.
did you ever watch that Van Damme movie? Oh, so why'd you say yeah?
Did they? what was like Hard Target? And
Yeah, like the Van Damme movie. But anyways, they give him a head start and then they go track him down. But so that's what Craven does to some of the terrorists, and they like have drones and they're live streaming it on the radio. And yeah, I'm not going in any order here, but
you catch I got a lot of it.
Yeah,
because I think there's 10 episodes in each one. So yeah, that's the Star-Lord and Rocket arc of that part. And then
yeah.
the next one I think is Black Widow.
Have you gone to any of those yet?
Yeah, I'm in the last
Because you went through Wolverine already too.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about that after I listen to him. Then
I'm at the very.
which one's your
The
favorite
last.
so far?
I'd say Rocket and
Star-Lord.
yeah, and then like Black Widow. I won't go into it too much, but it's kind of like a Big Brother type vibe where you're always being recorded and viewed. Like,
Well, that's
to
what
make
the-
sure you're not.
That's
The
what this one,
terrorist.
like the Star-Lord one, is like. Doctor Doom burned all the books.
Yep.
And like sends the Doom bots all over to survey, and then they got drones flying around.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So then-
very Big Brother-esque, 1984-ish.
Oh wait, the next one it was either I think Hawkeye, and his whole story is about like revenge or avenging all the people that you find out. That's where I came up with the Thunder. Do you know what the bad guys, the Thunder something?
Sounds like Finn's got
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts,
the
yeah.
zoomies.
So then he's trying to find them. The Black Widow one is kind of like the big brother. She's like since she's a spy, she's trying to figure out who's in charge of that whole thing. And she's trying to find one person in particular. And then Wolverine, he's trying to he's just kind of out and about alone because he's the last X-Man alive.
Who Wolverine is?
Yeah, and then they get into the history of how it happened. So then those are like the 4 main, and then there's 2 more after. So there's
They're
6
already
altogether.
up. Like they're alive
so you'll
already.
be able to watch them all through. Yeah,
Listen to them.
Yeah.
It'd be sweet if they were animated.
I know,
series.
like in my head, like I can see it animated. It's like, this is so good, but
I know it's like for me reading, like it's hard for me to picture it, but when I listen, like it's a lot easier to like picture it in your head.
add
Like I can, just picture Rocket and Star-Lord bantering back and forth, and even Emma Frost's character, who's voiced by Vanessa Williams, another big name.
Yeah.
I didn't really know who
Sharon Sarandon or
Susan Sarandon
does
or
Black
Sharon
Widow.
Stone.
Yeah, no, Sarandon. She does Black Widow
Oh, all right.
voice. So yeah, like the four main, they're all really good, and
They're very well
I was kind of let
produced.
down by Wolverines though.
Well, I mean,
There's not like a lot to it. It doesn't seem, but like
are they all in like the Black Hills area, or they're all
no.
all
So
over?
Black Hills was Doom's,
Yeah.
and then I can't remember.
Oh, is
Red
there-
Skull is a bad guy, and Hawkeye, and I can't remember if that's It's in California or no, out west somewhere.
Not California. Though,
No,
out west.
that's they end up saying that that's Hulkland.
Oh,
So that's later on. And then Baron
Corbin.
Baron
Zemo.
Zemo is the bad guy.
for
Or no, Red Skull is the president. So he's in Wolverine's story mostly. But they're all connected and they all come up at different points in each
nice.
story. Baron Zemo runs Hawkeye's story arc.
Hmm.
And then those three kind of run the United States.
Oh, and they're just
And
kind of
then,
split
like,
up in factions, or like
Black Widow, it's kind of like AIM or whatever,
oh,
right?
Team community
Yeah,
service.
they're the bad guys now. So
damn it,
that's-
Marty.
Then, like, my favorite one is probably the last two when they get everything together.
Oh, so they all that's what the last two are. They
So
put
then,
them all,
yeah,
and
it's
they're
like
10
getting
chapters a piece, or they're just last
10
two episodes.
a piece. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice, yeah.
So
I'm
it's a
excited
lot
to-
like, so I like have a 25-minute drive or whatever, and I can listen to it at 1.5 times. So I usually get like an episode.
Oh yeah,
in, and then I'm like just pumped.
yeah.
Like, no, I gotta keep listening. Like it's for a
It's
long
really
time. Like I
good,
never
like-
listened to fiction, but now I was like, why did I stop? Because this is
Yeah.
freaking awesome, and like, so now I'll look into more probably. And I was glad
That Wolverine Long Good Night, I think, or Long Good Night. That's on, I think, Chromecast.
Okay.
It might be on Spotify too. I haven't looked at it just because I'm going to listen to these first. But like, I listened to the first 4 or 5 episodes of that, and it's really well produced, like these ones are too. And
Yeah, it's because this one's who's the main radio people? Sirius, right?
yeah,
XM
Sirius
does it?
XM, and then it's on Spotify too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's like when I was talking to the guy I work with, like the people that write it and everything are like big name writers.
Yeah.
Like I don't know enough about it, but you can tell by the way that they're done that it's freaking top
Yeah.
notch. And like easily, I didn't think I would like it, but I was like after the first episode of Rocket and
Yeah, I mean, I
Star-Lord,
probably went
I'm
to
like, oh hell yeah, this is
I probably went
awesome.
to listen to it unless you said something. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'd seen it before, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, what's this? But then it's like, it's awesome.
Yeah, that Cora's funny too because she's like trying to pick up human humor.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I'm
She's
gonna
like-
smash your face in with a rock or something.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, that's not funny.
like
Cora.
you're a broken antenna, or just like I am wearing a lampshade. But yeah, she just says funny stuff, and so yeah, and yeah, Star-Lord's always trying to convince her that they are heroes, and because
Yeah.
then one of her thing is to like follow the heroes or
yeah,
like people.
follow like the most powerful or
Yeah.
hero. Yeah.
Yeah, and then apparently like Emma Frost is like putting on a fake face, essentially,
Yeah.
like tricking people because they're like
That
she's the
she's
most
still-
beautiful
yeah.
person ever, and like, and even Peter Quill or like Star-Lord was until she had to.
She lets it down because it's so exhausting.
Well, she had to distract Craven so Rocket could try to get his so in the beginning they get the neck thing put
Oh
on.
yeah.
That's a pretty big part of the story
Well, yeah, but
because
like, cause every part seems so big. Like you're gonna have to leave something out. Like people are gonna have to listen. That's why it's like so hard to review.
yeah, well the biggest thing is they got to get this black vortex back to the collector or
Yeah.
they're gonna die, and like
Because she put like a adamantium necklace.
Yeah, adamant.
That will
cut their heads off or
Decapitate 'em.
blow up. But and Cora just every she's like the robot recorder for the Rigelian Empire, but she periodically will just remind them, you have 3 days, 4 hours, 22 minutes, and 39 seconds.
Yeah. I don't need to hear that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a great series.
Yeah.
And I haven't even finished it yet, but once I
Let me see where I am.
start listening to which one's next. The second one is
I don't
Black Widow.
Yes, I think so. It's either Black Widow or Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I think
I'll
Wolverine's
just probably
the
listen
last
to
one.
them order.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
'Cause, yeah,
Go
they're
check
all
it out if you
happening
haven't yet.
simultaneously, kind of.
Simulcast.
So yeah, where do I go to episodes? What the heck?
Do you have Sirius XM or you just listen on Spotify?
Spotify, yeah.
Yeah. So I am on chapter 7. I'm halfway through.
Yes.
Catching Fire.
So I'm on it doesn't say book 6, but I'm on the 6th installment.
So Hawkeye is the
Chapter
second
4.
one.
So I got 6 or 7 left.
Yeah, they're perfect for me because
Yeah,
it's like
Logan's-
45 minutes to work. So they're all like 35 minutes or less.
Yeah. Yep, and then
Tyler, you going to listen to it?
it doesn't
Yeah.
look too involved.
Probably will.
His voice is too dry. He's been talking too much.
I have been.
All right, anything else or should we wrap this up? Was this one better than the last one, you think?
I think so.
I hope so.
It's long though.
It's 2
But
hours.
I mean, it's 4 weeks?
Yeah, I know. For a while, they were doing like every week.
Like 2
Maybe like 2
episodes.
in a row, but
We had our life.
that's definitely when we get the most views because we're almost at 1,500 now downloads altogether, which is
nice.
pretty good, I would say.
It's the government.
Yeah, listening to our
It's
pipe
the
bombs.
robots.
How do they know?
All right,
The
hold on.
robots.
We got to get into conspiracies. Are they poisoning us? I was gonna have Nate talk about this
with
because
what
Nate
the
is
vaccines.
big into this. Big, no, with the spills and stuff, the train crashes.
Oh yeah,
Are they poisoning us?
I haven't heard this one.
Oh, you guys have to talk to Nate sometime. Nate's big into this.
well, I want to
Nate-
get another thing because I was like, Nate could start recording with us if you want to, or whoever.
Oh, Nate's scared.
Yeah, I know. I
Um,
told Will Will is down to do a wrestling one, so we'll have to finalize and like actually get our top 5
Yeah,
because
I
Will
love- I-
would talk
I
our
just told her,
brains
yeah.
off.
Because
That'd be fun.
those nights when we'd stay up, like you'd
It only
Mount
happened
Rushmore
once.
of wrestling, go,
Yeah.
and then it's like you're fighting 2 minutes in.
It's 3.
What? He swore. Yeah.
3 in the morning. It's like, why isn't Ric Flair on there?
Yeah.
Who's got the most titles?
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Because it's not about the wins; it's about who
Yeah. Hulk Hogan
you
wasn't a
liked
good
watching the most.
wrestler.
Yeah.
No, Nate just wanted to let me know that you guys can go to Loch LaBelle once society collapse.
Lock LaBelle.
Where's that?
That's their camp
Oh yeah.
up in-
up in the Wayuu
Perfect.
in the upper peninsula.
Oh beauty.
So when society collapsed, he wanted me to tell you guys are invited.
Yes.
Well, did you see that?
Family
Now,
too.
Yeah,
Good.
did you see everyone panicking now because they're like, that study came out from the energy department that it most likely came from a lab,
Oh
like
yeah.
COVID.
Let everyone.
And then so everyone now they're all fighting about it, like, no, but they said it's low with low confidence, and so like all the left people are all trying to fight the right people again. It's
Yeah.
like what?
Well, yeah,
Just
keep
just
throwing
read-
misinformation out there. Why not?
And masks apparently didn't do much.
Oh, well,
Vaccine
everyone
and-
knew that, right?
I know.
Not everyone. I still walk around and see, and I'm like, it's not doing.
Someone driving in their car with one,
Yeah.
one in there
I
by
know that
themselves.
happened the other day in Cocato. Of all
And I was like,
places.
what are you doing?
One person had a mask, the other didn't. I'm like, what's going on?
Well, yeah, like I don't know.
There's some people that.
I just give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're sick, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I just when I used to have to walk around the office, like the few times I'd go up, and I'm like, this is the stupidest thing ever. Like, why? Tell
There
me
you
what
go.
are your
You got
thoughts?
it.
what are my thoughts on what?
Are they poisoning us?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look too much into it. Nate's pretty worried about it. That and the power grid's gonna collapse.
That was supposed to happen
He's all worked
during
up.
COVID.
He's all worked up about a lot of things.
Yeah.
One time we went to the Wild game. And the whole time he just kept telling me society's
He's
collapsing.
got to come on our podcast. Tell him.
Yeah, I can't remember if I mentioned it to him, but I should have. I was thinking about it.
Because all we need, well, I suppose we need our mic, and then a
Me
mic
and Nate
arm.
can share. But no, because then in Carolina, like a power grid went down or something.
Well, like when
And-
Texas, like look what happened in Texas last year in the snowstorm. Like, how fucked were they? And like that's
I don't know. That's
technically the grid going down because like they didn't have power forever and like tons of people.
Energy costs went flying.
Yeah, people froze to death. I don't know how many, but like they're not equipped to
Handle these nuts things.
But like even just like if you think about
I
how
was
much
happy before we got to this, so thanks.
this stuff is fun to talk about.
It's
but
not.
like
All it does is make you worry. Like you get it out of your mind, but then it's still in your mind.
yeah. But like Ukraine, like how much money if you like how much money we've sent over there?
I've sent a couple dollars.
Well, I mean, I updated my post, so now I have a Ukrainian flag, so I'm doing my part. But it's like the amount of money we send over there, and like, so Eric Weinstein was on Joe Rogan talking about how like those borders have fluctuated like over the last like 50 years, 60, 70 years. It's like happens all the time. And like, yeah, it sucks that obviously Putin and Russia invaded, but it's like, how much do we have to send over there? Like to help them? And is it helping? I don't know. That I don't know.
The dollar amount is infinite. That's the issue that they need.
Which brings up that Infinite show on Netflix that Matt brought up. I started watching that, and it's wild.
No, it's crazy because they cut the string.
Yeah. Well, like,
It was just it was a funny sequence of things he was saying.
yeah,
If you put an apple in a box and then you leave it,
for
it'll
billions
decay.
of years.
It'll turn into everything except an apple. Everything else before it turns back into an apple.
Into an apple. And
Everything-
I watched that, and like, obviously, I can't wrap my head around it, but or my hand because it's not. But
It's a
But yeah,
TV show, but how do I grab it?
they say how like there's so many possibilities of what is it a proton or a neutron can be.
Jimmy.
Or Jimmy Neutron, yes. But so, and it will go to one thing, go to the next thing, go to the next thing, like, and there's however many possibilities, infinite, pretty much.
Yeah.
But if in time, it will come back to the original apple.
Yeah. That's like if you put a monkey at a piano, at some point it could play a Beethoven.
I don't get it.
If you put a monkey in front of a piano and it started hitting the notes, at some point,
Oh, it will do a sequence
yeah,
of
it would do
Beethoven, but it's not going to do the whole song. It will
Yeah.
just
We
like
could get a monkey and try that.
all right.
you
Who
can
wants
go
a
on my
monkey in their
laptop.
house?
That'd be a lot better than trying to get an apple over 1 billion years.
Yeah. Well, you probably need like a monkey that lives for 1 billion years.
No, you see him for a little bit. He'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
I don't know if Matt talked about this, but yeah, in that infinite one, like infinity isn't real because you can't quantify it, but they're talking about how like you're probably the most adept at this, but like
What do you mean by that?
he was smart in high school. I was like taking math with Annalisa, who was in 9th grade, and I was a senior. That's how smart I am at math. So anyways, but like if you do an equation here and then goes to equal and on the other side is the same equation, like you can't do that with an infinity apparently. I don't know. But yeah, because you can't divide it by 0. It's a wild show. Go watch it.
Infinite.
Yeah. It's called like a trip into infinity or something.
You gotta be on a trip to watch it.
Pretty much.
That was a good episode.
It was.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I haven't either. Well, I listened to it before one of our games a little bit.
I just remember Rock and Roll Buck Zumov.
It's so crazy. So wild.
The
Because what
best
did you call him?
Rock and Roll Buster Screen. Because Buster Screen's a football player.
Yeah, Buster Screen.
Oh, the best was when Matt wasn't he the first? Or you're like,
Wasn't
what
he
do
the
you do?
first Intercontinental Champion? Or like,
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
he the first? And you're like, to diddle or
Yeah,
diddle
to,
kids? Or
Yeah,
something.
to diddle kids. That was such good comedic timing.
It was perfect. So yeah, any other conspiracies? you guys
AJ,
see?
what's your conspiracy you're working on right now?
I don't have any.
Yeah, you do.
No.
This is after hours on Hobby
No.
Shop
Yeah,
Talk.
if you're
It's
still
bedtime.
listening, kudos to you.
Yes.
Did you get vaccinated? And
No,
that's,
we went over them all.
Come on, no.
I don't really have one for real.
Come on.
what about MK Ultra?
All the
Okay,
government
let's-
people are.
I don't know if we
lizard
can say
people.
Yeah, they all tried to grow their arm back. I'll just
Didn't work, and now they're all lizards. Crab people. They're out there.
Wasn't that on the end of South Park?
Yeah. Crab.
And then what they ended up doing with that, I don't know if I watched after that. I don't remember. I just saw where they had like the Macho Man character that's been in a few of them, and he identifies as a woman now, so he was in like this like powerlifting thing with women. And who's the PC principal?
Yeah.
His wife is also more PC, and they have PC babies. So she's competing against him and is like, oh, like happy to compete against she, even though like she gets her ass kicked every time, and he's like boxing these women. And I only saw it was like part of a clip on Facebook, so I don't have. Are they on Paramount Plus or HBO Plus now?
I think they're on HBO Max.
Anyways, it was super funny. I was like, I gotta start watching South Park again.
That's true.
Because then the PC principal's like, oh, I guess she just started identifying last week, and she's like, stop, you're gonna upset the PC babies. Funny.
Yeah. They just had a thing that got overturned in court, right? Because someone wasn't allowed to be in the Olympics on the women's side. That was someone in transition or...
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, let's end it.